Hello, yes. The little green microphone lights are now flashing. That must mean I'm on the internets. Hello, internets! Yes. Yes, hello, internets. Hello, come in. Hello, over. WTF, over. Hi everybody. Welcome to the stream. That is if Twitch is actually working tonight. It was broken yesterday for a very long time. I'm glad I didn't stream yesterday, because it would have probably been to no one. Yes, Roger, what's our Victor? How the hell are you guys doing? Big and Badger says, what the fuck, Twitch? Yeah, what the fuck indeed. They've completely broken channel pages. Completely broken the channel pages. They rolled out, at least I got the update to the channel page redesign a couple days ago. Oh my god, it's awful. It is freaking horrible. And I let them know it. It's just freaking awful. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Good to see you. I see Jade. Jade checking in. Jello Jade. How you guys doing? We're going to play some Hello Kitty Island Adventure tonight. I hope those of you who were expecting a Creation Kit stream, haha, bait and switch. No, the Hello Kitty Island Adventure 8K remaster with all the DLC dropped this afternoon, so we're not going to do... No, I'm kidding. We're going to do the Creation Kit. Yes, because I have a mod that I've been working on for months, and I really want to finish it. So I can get back to working on the other mod that I've been working on for months. And we'll probably be working on into probably this time next year. So, yeah. This is what we're going to do tonight. And I really don't know what we're going to do tonight. I generally have an idea of what I'm going to stream when I'm working on this Creation Kit stuff. And tonight I have no freaking idea. Other than we have a cave. This is a cave. This is the Outcast cave, and it is connected to my Outcast the Outcast Hideaway player home that I've been working on for months and months and months. And this is a lot bigger than I had initially intended it to be. It's basically a cave dungeon that you'll have to work your way through to get access to the player home. And I've streamed the player home several times already, and that is probably 95% done. I have some odds and ends to finish up in that, and then I have to nav mesh it. But since it's connected to this cave, and this cave is actually how you gain entrance to the player home, I can't really do much with the nav meshing of the house until I get the cave finished and can nav mesh this, because you have to traverse all this maze of things before you can get to the actual player home. And if I nav mesh the house first, there's really no way I can test it with companions, because this is not nav meshed at all yet, because it's not done. So I've been working on the cave, trying to get that situated to a point where I can at least get it nav meshed to connect to the house, and then I can get that done. But I got some other odds and ends to do in the house. But I've been working on that thing for so damn long, I really needed a break, so it's cave time. Yeah, Daddy needs a new home. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. So the gist of this mod is, if you guys have never caught the last several streams on this mod that I've done, it's an Outcast-themed player home, Outcast from Fallout 3. And I won't go into the whole backstory because I'm still kind of working on it. But essentially, when Elder Maxon, yes, our boy Arthur Maxon, took over as Elder of the Brotherhood in Capital Wasteland, he brought the Outcasts that we know and love from Fallout 3 back into the fold. And my thinking is that there's probably people that were still loyal to Elder Lyons that suddenly found themselves on the same footing as the Outcasts had been. The Outcasts being the Outcasts from Fallout 3. Long story short, there's a group of former Brotherhood members that did not like what Maxon was doing, and they took on the moniker of the Outcasts. But they kind of decided if they wanted to live, they'd have to get out of DC. So they made their way to the Capital Wasteland, found this bunker that they set themselves up in, and that's all I'm going to go into right now. So it's loosely an Outcast themed mod. It is actually the cell design for the home itself is based on a mod, a cell from a Fallout New Vegas mod, A World of Pain, which I've ranted and raved about many times because it's my favorite mod for any Fallout game. Although the Fallout 3 version of A World of Pain is pretty damn awesome. But the New Vegas version actually has this really cool place you can use as a player home. And since the first time I saw it, I've wanted one in Fallout 4. So, I actually have the New Vegas GEC opened to the Ryman's Cave cell, which is what my cave is based on. My player home is based on Ryman's bunker. And the New Vegas counterpart actually has a cave you have to get through to get access to the player home. So, I have the GEC open just for some reference material. I kind of want to see what was used for clutter and whatnot in the cave here. And so that's what we're going to be working on tonight. Now, the cave is probably 3/4 of the way done. I did a little bit more work last night, adding some some cargo crates and whatnot to this area here. I don't know how far we'll get tonight, but I will give you guys a grand tour of the cave and the house later on. Especially for you guys that have seen this past several streams. Working on this, I can show you what I've got done on the house. It's basically done, but there's a couple more scripted things I got to work on, and some more clutter, a few more textures for things. But so I kind of want to work on a couple sections tonight. Add some clutter, some debris, some trash, maybe a little bit of lighting. We'll see. I pretty low key, low energy tonight. I don't know why. I slept really good last night. Had a pretty quiet day at work, but I feel like I'm dragging right now. So, no, not dragon, as in Skyrim dragon. Dragging my ass. Let's see. The first thing I want to do tonight is I was playing around testing last night, and I noticed I've got. Let me turn the lighting on here. I've got certain sections set up with these little makeshift generators that they're just skulls that I made just out of random bits and bobs. Made a static collection out of those. I have several of those in the mod. And I have those hooked up to some of the construction lights. And I see I just saw another one. I don't know what the hell happened. I had these all wired. I had the splines all set up. Turn my markers on here. I had splines set up for all of these. And then I was coming through last night and I noticed a whole bunch of them were missing. So I don't know what the hell I did. I must have deleted them thinking I was deleting something. I don't know what happened. But I have at least 3 or 4 splines that are missing. So before I forget, that's the first thing I'm going to work on tonight. And I'll move on to the next section. Nothing major. Just make sure I have the right. Now, this is, yeah, see, this is, I've changed my desktop source setup for OBS a little bit since the last time I did one of these streams. I actually have a third monitor now. I have a lot of my CK palettes on because they were just interfering with OBS. I couldn't read chat. I couldn't see if the stream was actually on or not. So, forgive me if I'm a little disoriented. It's weird having all this stuff in a third monitor. Because you got to have a monitor for the CK. I have all these. I have 4 other palettes off screen you can't see. I have the cells. I have my layers. And of course the damn warning box that you can't get rid of. Even if you minimize it, it keeps coming back because it's the creation kit. It throws off errors even they have nothing to do with your mod. So I have all these other things over here, and if they are relevant, I will bring them in and show you guys what's going on. But time being, they're just going to stay out of here so I get all this real estate to play with. And I have another monitor with just OBS, and the third new monitor has some OBS related things. Actually, they're Twitch related things from OBS. Couple of palettes over there, and of course all the creation kit stuff. So first time I've done this. I got this monitor specifically for these creation kit streams because it was kind of a pain to do it otherwise. So hopefully it all works out. Otherwise I have a new monitor for nothing. How did I just turn the markers on? No, I did. Okay, so I have to hide these spline markers here. So essentially what the splines are these black lines right here, which you've seen they represent in the game. Wires, ropes. You can actually use them for ropes, electrical wires, things like that. And I have them set up between these little support things. Again, this is a static collection thingy I did. This is like a I think it's just one of the Shack. Yeah, Shack mid-free support. And I've seen these and they hold up bridges. I think they're used in that rope bridge that's outside of Ten Pines Bluff. And so I use that, and I have these little electrical gizmos on the end that look like almost like an insulator or an insulator that you would see on a power line. Those are actually from the Automatron DLC. Automatron has enough freaking coolest resources. If the assets that are in Automatron were in the base game, I wouldn't need to use Automatron as a DLC requirement. Daniel says, looks a lot harder than making sausages. I think making sausages is probably less problematic. And you immediately get to taste the results. Yeah, I won't be able to test this out for quite a while. I have a lot of work to do before I can even do testing. So, essentially, I'm just going to add these little markers here where I want the splines to go. And then you select both, you hold down the P key, and you get this window that pops up. And I want to put the thickness in the slack at 1. We're going to do black splines. And you see immediately, between those two endpoints, I get a spline that popped up. And if I select that, is it Control-Shift-S, I think it is, or Control-Alt-S? I think it's Control-Alt-S. Yeah, Control-Alt-S. I can scroll up and down and hit the slack on them. Electrician here, insulators, yes. Thank you. That's what I thought they were. I'm not an electrician, nor do I play one on TV, but sometimes I get the words right. This would actually be one of those times. But yeah, these are some really cool assets from Automatron. And they have a whole section of these little electrical greebly things that are perfect for this kind of thing. So I just kind of want to make it look like these all kind of converge on this insulator here. And I don't know, I had all of these wired up already. I have no idea what happened to them. And in this light here. Oh, turn the lights off. This construction light here is missing its spline. I don't know what the hell happened to them. So we're just going to have to redo all of these. I love redoing things. Just absolutely love redoing things. That I know I've done already. But yeah, I was testing this last night, looking at the work I'd done, and like, where the hell happened to those splines? Hey, Kelly, how you doing? When I lived in Colorado, there was this guy who collected glass insulators, which displayed in homemade power pylons. Cool. I actually I collected those when I was a kid, oddly enough. It was back in the day. The railroad used to use glass insulators for their telegraph lines. At least that's what they were called, telegraph lines. I think that's just a holdover. But the railroad lines, near where I lived, had them all over the place. When they would get replaced, they'd wear out. Some of them were broken, but I had a whole bunch of the glass insulators. And I actually have friends that are railroad memorabilia collectors that still collect them. Of course, they're all railroad related. Yeah, see, that's not... Just want to make sure that doesn't clip into the handle there. So just move it up a little bit. There we go. Wire management in this game is for the birds. When building in game, the OCD kicks in when running wires. I gave up on all that. Yeah, I never... I just stopped building altogether. I got so sick of the whole settlement thing. But yeah, having the wires run everywhere. That's why I would always use... actually, there was a mod that I ended up using. Turns out it was just a game setting change I ended up adding into my own mod collection, that you could run longer power lines by just changing a couple numbers in the game setting. So instead of having to have the pylons every few feet, you could have like 3 in your entire settlement. Kelly says, I'm sitting on my desk. It's a souvenir from a protest at a nuclear test site in Nevada. Oh, cool. Okay, so what am I doing here? Alright, so I usually hide these so that the ones that are already there, so they don't interfere with the ones I'm trying to place, because it's a real pain in the ass trying to put one over the other. So I usually just hide them. Hey, Grey Dog, how you doing? I saw you sub the other day, or I'm sorry, Twitch tech terminology. You followed. Thanks for that follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still working on the Twitch terminology. They're not subs like they are on YouTube. They're follows. Subs cost you money, but they also let you post links, get out of the commercial exposure, kind of stuff. But I am still working on the whole terminology thing. Can you ask a small pre-combined question? Well, pre-combined questions are generally never small, but go ahead. Go right ahead. Kinda what these streams are for. People ask stuff like that when I'm trying to play a video game and it just doesn't work out too well. But this venue is much better for that sort of thing. Okay, so I think that's everything. So I got the light. That's connected to that, and that's now connected to that. So I think we're good there. All right. That bit is done, but yeah, look at this rat's nest over here. You can tell this was not a certified electrician that put this together. Alright, so the next thing I've got to do is figure out where the hell I am. I am here. Okay. I need to add some decals for moss and grime and stuff in this passage here. The Creation Kit has a lot of these. I don't know if they were a thing in the Skyrim CK or not, but you've got... See how this this cave floor has this little bit of this gray gook on it? That's actually a moss decal. And there's decals for pretty much everything. They're great for grime, slime, rust. Like I've got one on this container over here. Just things look like they've been sitting there for 200 years. And the elements start taking effect on them. I got to put some of that stuff down this hallway here because I completely forgot about that. So that'll be the next thing. Is it possible to say disable precombines, install and clean up Sanctuary with scrap all mod, then scrap all mod enable? No. No. Doesn't work that way. Nope. What you're talking about is doing something with a save file. It sounds like. You cannot do anything with a save file that's going to be able to be loaded into the Creation Kit. Nope. Absolutely not. Does not work that way. Anything you do in a game like that with a scrap mod, that's baked into your save file. You have no way to bring that into the Creation Kit. So, no. Short answer is no. No, if you want it to be in your game, you're going to have to do it in the CK. That's just how that stuff works. And you're better off doing it in the CK anyway, because then you have it as a mod, and you can use it in every playthrough that you ever do. I have one that I did for Red Rocket, because I initially was going to do something with Red Rocket. I was going to do a player home there, and I decided, no, I never use Red Rocket. There's no sense in me spending time doing a player home that I'll never use. So I actually grabbed Eleanor's 30-yard bunker, which is normally located in Diamond City, and I moved the load door to the Red Rocket, and I've used that a few times. But what I did was I cleaned all that up, and I've reused that over and over and over, and I've even reused it without Ellie's mod, I think. No, I haven't. But yeah, short answer is anything like that, you got to do in the CK. Yeah, people have asked. I see that question asked quite a bit. There's just no way to translate something from your game into a mod that you can bring in. Now, that being said, I do recall, this was sometime last year, I want to say well over a year ago, C. Dante, who did Transfer Settlements, I want to say he was looking into doing something where you could do something in a settlement and it would import it. It would something along the lines of what he did with Transfer Settlements, that it would take that and things you built in a settlement and translate it into something that could be put into an ESP. I don't know what the status of that is, if that ever was a thing, if he ever figured out how to do it. All I remember is that he was looking into it. That would not include the pre-combines, though. That would just be settlement objects. The problem with the pre-combines, it's all part of your cell data. And I don't know how the hell you would ever be able to translate that. It's baked into the game. It's baked into the cell data. So I have no idea how the hell you'd ever do that. If it ever even be possible. Incompatibilities. What am I looking for here? Just thought maybe it could have been lazy. Actually, it's not that. Once you make your initial edits and you remove the things you want to remove and you add the things you want to add, it's literally it's not that. It doesn't take that long. Now, if you're doing Sanctuary is like 10 cells, I think. That might be a little trickier. And the problem with that whole Sanctuary, Red Rocket, Abernathy area is that when you go to generate your previs, you're going to hit all those cells because of the 3x3 grid that stuff gets generated on. So if you're doing, say, the south end of Sanctuary, you do previs, you're going to be touching Red Rocket, and I think you probably even be maybe touching somewhere around Abernathy. That they just put those damn places too damn close together. which normally wouldn't be a problem, but if you do the same thing over at, say, the Red Rocket, you might run into conflicts. And you'd probably have to do it all as one mod. So, yeah. The whole previous system is great for a game that... the optimization system is great for a game where, you know, you don't give people the tools to make world space edits. But when you give people the tools to make world space edits, it's a little problematic. And it creates all kinds of headaches, which is why I gave up making world space edits in my mods. It's just not worth the hassle. If I have to add something, I make it as minimal as possible. Like a load door, maybe a couple little detail odds and ends, but my days of doing landscape changes and all that, those are gone. Too many incompatibilities, too many hassles. What am I looking for? Texture set. Decals are all in the texture set. Let's see. I wonder how home plate was made. That's a cool mod. Are you talking about which home plate mod, Daniel? Alut's? 'Cause that's the one I use. Alut's home plate. I looked at that. If that's the one you're talking about, Alut's, yeah. I think I looked at that once. He did do pre-combines for that, which is why I would never edit it, because I don't want to have to go and regenerate them. It wouldn't be that hard, but that mod is no problem, Grey Dog. I hate telling people you can't do something because I don't like being told that. I don't like discovering I can't do something, but if it saves you some time to find out that you can't do it, then my job is done. I think Alut's home plate, he actually changed some of the shack. It's been a long time since I looked at it. I think he changed one of the shack models, or changed the shack model to open up the basement. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked at it. But I love that mod. People have said I should do a diamond or a home plate mod, and I'll never do one because I love using Alut's, and because of the whole workshop thing, I don't want to mess with that. It just opens up too many things that I will have to deal with that I have no interest in dealing with. Alut's is perfect for me. To me, it's a perfect mod. There's nothing I would want to change or add to it that I would do any better. So, and I was glad to see that somebody reposted it on the Nexus, because Alut kind of just stopped modding, and the user account was inactive, and I think after maybe 2 years, I think I'd read 2 years of inactivity, and the Nexus will delete an account. And that's what happened. The Alut's mods just disappeared off the Nexus one day. And somebody, because Alut did, before Alut disappeared from the modding scene, did publicly post that Alut's mods, and I don't know if Alut is a he or she, so I try and respect the gender neutrality when it's referring to mod authors, because you never know whether they're male or female. And I see all the time that somebody will post on a mod page, "Oh, thanks for the mod, dude," and it turns out it's actually a dudette. I don't want to be one of those guys. So, the long story short, Alut did make the mods basically like community resources that anybody could do anything with. So somebody just uploaded Alut's mods. The Cambridge Police Station mod was another one that got put back up, and I was kind of thinking of using that at some point. Last time I tried using it, I was using because that mod, I believe, it's got messed up here. I want to say that mod got the pre-combines regenerated from the Cambridge Police Station, and I had tried using it, but I was using not only Wasteland Imports, which adds a skill magazine to the police station, but I think I was using at the time Nero's Brotherhood Recon Armor, which adds the set of armor there. So I was having all kinds of previous conflicts. Load order wouldn't fix it, so I just gave up. But it seemed pretty cool. Like after the Brotherhood shows up, you get beds and sinks that actually work and give clean water, because it would just make sense that Brotherhood would have some sort of... The Brotherhood can build Liberty Prime, but they can't do plumbing. I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have these on the right layer. Hang on a second. I put all these on their own, on a special layer, and I didn't do that. I need to go back and do that right now before I get too many more. Layers in the creation kit, I almost said the GEC. Layers in the creation kit are a wonderful thing. I have my layers palette here. I have it set up where I put all my effects, like the mist, steam, dust, all those markers on their own layer, because they are a pain in the ass. If you ever looked at the vanilla cell and tried to click on something and you can't click on it, it's probably because you're clicking on like one of the dust markers. And unless they're on their own layer, it's a real pain in the ass to work with. Light boxes, my lighting, all kinds of things I put on their own layer, because then you can turn them on and off and they don't get in your way. And these I put on their own layer so that they don't get in my way. Let's see. I think Kelly says, I think we should move beyond gendered formations like dude and actress, dudette and actress. Dudes abide regardless. Yeah, no, I agree. But I always see people will post on, I said dudette to be, you know, kind of sarcastic. But I just see it on the Nexus a lot. People will call the mod author dude when, you know, the mod author is not a dude. Oh, why is this? Oh, I know what I gotta do. I have this. Dude abides. Like there's because you can never tell by somebody's name or their avatar. You never, you know what they say, you never want to assume anything. There's a different one. There's that one. I think that's what I was looking for. Something different. Yeah, I think these decals are pretty damn cool from Moss. I want this one to go this way. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Jinja Ninja. Thank you for those bits. How you doing? I do appreciate it. Good to see ya. How you been? Oh, we unlocked an emote. Cool. Well, I'm gonna click this button that says thank. Thank you, Ginger Ninja. I do appreciate that. I have to work on my emotes. I completely screwed up emotes when I was doing them. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought they were going to be emotes for, to show the subscription tiers. But they are actually, the ones I have now are just available at different subscription tiers. I had no clue what I was doing. Let's see. The decals, you can also adjust the size of these too. I'm actually going to make this one a little smaller. Hey, Digital Partisan, how the hell are you? Pretty chat members, yeah, I don't qualify for that. Not only am I not in the chat, but I'm not pretty. Especially since it's been impossible to get a haircut. And I have not yet invested in a Flowbee. If anybody remembers the Flowbees. Okay, so I think that's actually, no, I want to bring this one up more. I think that's good for the moss. I'm actually going to make this one smaller. I'm just going to put some grime on the floor here, too. That's good. Kelly, I figured Kelly would remember the Flobies. This one's 8. That's good. Well, the thing with the decals is they're actually projected from the direction of the arrow. I don't like that that's getting cut off there like that, so I'm actually just going to bring it back up against the wall, and we'll just leave it for now. I'll futz around with it later. I could spend an hour just messing around with these decal alignments and never get it right. What's a Floby? It was a razor hair cutting attachment that you would put on a vacuum cleaner. And the premise was that you'd cut your hair and it would vacuum the hair away from your head so you wouldn't have to clean it up. But it was basically just a razor. They gave the worst haircuts ever. And they were one of those things that you would see on late night TV by Ronco. I think it was actually a Ronco thing, wasn't it? Yeah, they were special. A hair clipper crossed with a vacuum. That's probably the best. The best description. Oh, gross stains. Yes, we're gonna put some gross stains on here. Where are the gross stains? Gross stain. Are they under a decal gross stain? Yeah, decal gross stain. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna put one of those on the floor here. Yeah, this one. That's the one I want. One of these gross stains has a pretty cool specular map on it that makes it look wet when light hits it, like it's a wet stain. You can make of that what you will, but damn, it looks cool in a dark cell when the light hits it. I think that's the one there. I think this one will go down here. Now this just breaks up the cave floor. The cave floors can get a little monotonous. The cave assets in this game suck. Because the caves in this game suck. There's no caves like the older games at all. They still make Flobies. Yeah, they do, actually. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Ars Technica site. I want to say, was it Ars Technica? Was it Kotaku or one of those sites? Somebody actually posted a video within the past month of them using a Floby. I remember seeing it show up on the homepage or whatever site it was, and I never went back to look at it. I just never got a chance, and I kind of forgot about it. But yes, apparently there's still a thing. Alright, so I think we're done with that. Switch layers here. If it wasn't ours, I'd be surprised. It was either ours or Gizmodo or one of those. I just can't remember. Alright, so I have pretty much... Oh, I've got to put the effects in this room. And I was going to put some clutter. So this is the next chamber. And this will, as you can see from these little pods here, you could probably guess what's going to go in here. I don't want to give too much away, but the pods are probably giving it away at this point. Yeah, there will be new friends for you to meet and greet as you work your way through the caves. I haven't decided exactly what's going to be in here, but yeah, there will be robots. What kind of robots? We haven't got that far yet. Which game will this player home be for? Fallout 4. It'll be Fallout 4. Nope. I have not done any mods for 3 years. Well, I haven't done any mods for... I did one patch mod for New Vegas. That doesn't count. I probably won't ever do player homes for the older games. Number one, the GEC. The GEC is way different than using the creation kit. I think it's a lot more frustrating. Number two, any player home mod that I want to use for either game already exists. I won't be adding anything. You've got the underground hideout for both games. There's plenty of other awesome little player homes that I use. So yeah, Fallout 4 though is in need of some help. What was I gonna say? So I want to add some clutter and some debris in here, and then we'll go and add the fog and effects and whatnot. So I think what we'll do, I've got my default layer on. I'm actually gonna temporarily hide the security gates here because they will get in my way. And if you just select something, you hit the 1 key twice, it hides it. Well, actually, if you hit it once, it'll kind of turn it into this ghost appearance. Hit it again. It's hidden. It's still selected, so if I hit 1 again, it brings it back. And if I want to bring everything back, I hit Alt-1, and everything is back. But I want these out of the way because they will get in my way. Oh, and the door, too. That's got to go. So I'm going to add some trash debris just to make this look a little not so clean. And actually, I can leave decal in here because we're going to go down to the statiques. And I want the decal debris 4 is usually the one I start with. Oh. I don't know how that's going to show up on that background, but we're going to start with that. And then I'll go and fill in the corners here with some other trash piles, just stuff that gets accumulated in the corners. Digital Party says Vault 76 is best player home. Oh, yeah. It actually is. Because, you know, then you get forced outside. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's the best, most secure location in that game. You know, as far as if you're just starting out, it's the safest, strongest, most secure location in the game. So let's kick everybody out. Here, we're not going to give you a base to work from. We're not going to give you any tools or anything. Just get the frick out. It makes absolutely no sense. The best supplied, strongest, most secure location in that part of the world, they gave us a cramp. I was going to say a crap, but yeah. We're not even going to give you a freaking shovel. Here, just take your vault suit and your goofy little party hat and go have some fun. Have fun storming the castle. It's just so freaking stupid. It makes absolutely no sense. So they didn't give us a crap. We paid for the privilege. Oh, yes. Well, I didn't pay for it. I played for free. And even that felt like it was too much. Oh, I want debris. Debris. Give me debris. Oh, there's some other debris here I gotta find too. The rubble debris, is it? Yes, rubble debris 6 and 7. We want that. So, usually what I'll do is I'll just go and add some kind of the random debris from things. There's enough debris assets in this game, but I just wish there were more. Because sometimes it starts to look a little samey. Like there's this one. Is there a long one? Yeah, this is the one I'm looking for. No, I guess that is 0. That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh. I must have brought those back. Not realizing it. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. This I want to get out of the way, though. Let's see. me... I'll bring my preview in here so I can preview those things. Show you guys which ones I'm looking at here. So it's really 5, 6, and 7 are just little chunky ones. Oh, I wanted some of this paper debris. The office paper debris, these are always cool. Bits of paper, but I don't want to use too many here because there's really not much reason for them. There's no boxes of paper or anything, so we'll put a single one on the table. And then we'll put another couple on the floor here, just like a couple of pieces there. Just a little bit of more debris. The debris. Okay. And now I want some trash. There's these really cool trash edge pieces that don't have any crap in them. Like if I use this one, it has bits of brick and wood and stuff, which is fine. So, some more of these, they have like... And these are good. I like using these along the edges of things to show where trash, you know, accumulates over time. And this just has some random stuff. But they also have, I wish there were more of them, but they have these that they're called the no chunks pieces, where it's basically just the debris. It doesn't have any actual garbage, identifiable pieces. It's just random clutter. And unfortunately, there's only 2 of those. So I give those a lot of use. But I think for now, I am actually going to use this one here. It has more texture. It's more chunky. Doesn't really work. Ah, that'll work. That'll work. And then the no chunk one, we'll just put one of those up against this here. So this is just a static. Well, it's considered a movable static. It's a static object, but it does have animation on it. It's not like a... It looks like one of the Fusion Core generators, but it's not. I like my debris smooth rather than chunky, Digital Pardon says. I'm actually partial to smooth myself. Chunky causes plumbing problems, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Let's put it... No chunks for here. I think that's... Whoops. Is this sticking out here? No, that's fine. Even if it was, that'd be fine. Because I'm going to probably put a little bit of trash behind those consoles. Let's see. And I want to put some... kind of just in areas where there would be some natural accumulation of things over 200 years. Even though there really isn't much traffic down in this cave, you never know. It just looks more better. It just works. Kelly says, I'm both smooth and chunky. Oh, that wasn't an innuendo? No, I neither was mine. Not at all. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna... Nope. Is that the one? Yes. We'll put that one there. Gotta remember to save. Oh, hang on a second. Do I? I do have. So I have this orange bottle here that's actually a marker. Is a dummy. And I forgotten I put it there. So it doesn't look weird if it spawns when it spawns there. I'm gonna move. That from under that. There we go. Now, unlike my player homes, most things in this cave cell are going to be lootable. Where my player homes and stuff is generally static. This is an actual dungeon, actual cell you can go explore and loot. So things that would normally be static in the player home are going to be lootable. And this marker here is a dummy, which is basically it dynamically spawns something from a leveled list. In this case, it's going to spawn a either a Nuka-Cola or a Vim. Now, because this is a leveled list I made specifically for the mod. The dummies, the vanilla dummies, will only draw from the base game Nuka-Cola flavors. So you got the Nuka-Cola, Cherry, or the Quantum. There isn't one that draw from all the Nuka-Roll flavors, and there isn't one for Vim. So I went and combined all those into one new leveled list, and that's what I'm going to start using for these. So it will randomly pick something from that leveled list, and it'll spawn it where that marker is, which it's pretty cool. It's a nice way to get dynamically generated loot. Unfortunately, there isn't really a good way to do it for the miscellaneous items, junk items, because there's so many different junk items at different sizes. I've tried substituting leveled lists for junk with these things, but because you never know what's going to spawn in a given space, it doesn't just work. Sometimes you'll end up with, let's say a big chunky junk item on a shelf, and it just doesn't fit. It clips right through. It looks kind of goofy. Digital Partisan says, the most fun I ever had in the CK was when I realized that debris in the corners of the building Abernathy Farm was to hide gaps in various places of the floor. Yep. I'm pretty sure they did that. And we're like, dang, now we have to put it everywhere. Yeah, that's why when people do, they scrap Hangman's Alley with the scrapping mod, they find when they scrap parts of the street or the curbs in Hangman's Alley, that there's big gaps there that they can see through. Exactly. It's like that all over the place. Right, so we got, I think that's good. But yeah, that's exactly a thing. That's a thing that they did. For sure. Let's try this. Take this. It's actually called a General Clutter General Slime A. And I was very disappointed to find out there wasn't a Slime B or C. I'm going to make that nice and big. Put slime there. But yeah, they use that a lot. And that's also part of the reason why when you have your precombines disabled downtown, the performance tanks so bad, just because obviously everything is rendering as individual meshes, but there's so much shit that they've shoved down below the ground. Like buses, the mailboxes, the rocks. Rather, they didn't make new meshes for that stuff. They just shoved it up below ground. And because the optimization system doesn't render what the player can't see, there's all kinds of shit under the ground. But you get rid of that optimization system, and oh boy, all that stuff that they crammed underground and is hidden sure makes a difference. What the hell was I going to put here? Oh, let's put an operative desk lamp up here. Kelly says, music makes me think of The Stand in Reading. I love using this. It's the Mark Morgan, the Vault Archives, the Fallout 1 and 2 music. It's perfect for this kind of thing. Oops, that's not the one I want. I just want a desk lamp. Desk lamp off. Daniel says, I love this FO2 music. I use it in Fallout 4. Yeah, I do too. I have it in my Fallout Ambient Compilation mod. And I've also added the music from Fallout 3 and New Vegas to it too. So that there. Let's take a look at some miscellaneous items here. I'm gonna put a few little lootable odds and ends here, and then we'll go add some debris and clutter down under here. Maybe some of Khalib Gaddafi's metal boxes under that table. That might look kind of cool. Have those sunk into the ground. Let's see. I think before we do that, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I need a drink. And I do need to take a quick little break here. So I will be right back. I'm just going to Actually, I'm just going to leave this right here. I'm not going to put the break screen on because I'm coming right back. I'm going to turn the mic off. I'll leave the music going. I'll be back here in just a second. Yeah, see, that didn't take long. The time it would take me to go and navigate to the buttons, turn on the brake stuff. Yeah, I'm back. Hey, baby 720, how you doing? Alright, so let's find a few little odds and ends to put up on this. Actually, I think what we're going to do is turn the markers back on. Now, I already have, I think these are, yeah, these are alcoholic beverages that'll spawn in there. And I love these markers, I really do. There's ones for, show you guys here. I know I've talked about these before, but if you're going to use these, don't use the ones from the miscellaneous items section because they don't work. If you put them in here, you launch the creation kit. The next time you work on your mod, it'll give you errors saying it doesn't have a level list assigned to it and nothing will spawn. You want to go up to the pack-ins section and use these. These have everything set up the way that they should. I don't know why they're set up that way. They just are. These are the ones that you want to use. But they have them for all kinds of different weapons. So if you want to have... Yeah, that's right, that's a static collection. That doesn't... if I wanted to have a... Let's say I wanted to have... some ammo for 10mm ammo here. I put that little box there. And it'll randomly draw from a level list. Should... Yeah. Level list, and depending on your luck, you know, depending on what the chance of none spawning for a particular level list would be, use that. Hey, Brad, how you doing? Good to see ya. Weapons, you can put there's all these different weapon ones here, so if you have, let's come down to the weapons. So, like, if you have a laser gun, because there's no laser pistols, rifles, nothing specific, you can drag one of these bad boys in here. And it's going to show up with this wonderful... These are actually markers. They don't have any collision on them. They don't show up this way in the game. But the weapon ones are pretty much all like this to give you an idea of depending on what weapon will spawn, how much space it's going to take up, so you can place it accordingly. And this is the one that the lasers use. So you can place it somewhere, and it will dynamically generate a weapon from the laser level list. It's pretty cool. I prefer using these for food and drink so that you're not getting the same loot every time you use the mod. I just started using these like the past couple mods I've been working on. And the weapons and mine, like if you do mines, you don't know what kind of mine it's going to spawn with. It could spawn with a frag mine. It could spawn with a cryo mine. It could spawn with a pulsar plasma mine. You have no idea. So that the next time you go into the cell when it resets, you'll end up with different loot. It'll be in the same spot, but it gives you a whole sense of the stuff's dynamically generated. And like I said, I wish they had done something like that with the miscellaneous items, the junk items, but because things are so different different sizes, it would be really, really hard to do that. I could kind of see why they didn't do it. It would just be nice to be able to have a dummy for the desk fans, and or you know, have a dummy for something like a fan, which I'm going to put a fan in because you guys know how I love to loot the fans. But one time it could be a fan, the next time it could be a basketball, the next time it could be something else. And like I said, I have done that with the dummies and used the junk leveled list, but depending on where it's placed, sometimes it doesn't just work. And things, if something spawns that isn't in contact, sometimes that they don't have Xsettle, and you'll end up with something floating. And I've noticed that with the grenades. There's a grenades. Let me go back here. There's a grenades dummy. And yeah, weapons, grenades. Where is it here? Yeah, weapon, grenade, all. You put one of these down, this big old box here. It could spawn a Molotov, it could spawn a frag grenade, it could spawn a baseball grenade. I've had it where 9 times out of 10, it'll spawn a Molotov. When it spawns a Molotov, it's floating. It's noticeably not touching the surface that you put the marker on. And I know we've all seen floating items in this game. You go into a cell, loot something, there's something that's not quite sitting on the surface. That's partially what causes that, I think. Not 100%, but partially. And it's freaking annoying. And the other thing too is that that I found is the collision that items are placed on will affect how an item havoc settles. Like wooden crates. If I put a wooden crate under here, what layer do I have on? That's fine. I'm gonna actually just leave this out. I was thinking of putting one of these under here anyway. But these wooden crates, I found that if you can, yeah, you can kind of see. Now when you hit F4, you get to see the collision on something, and you can see how there's this red line here that's above the actual surface of the crate. So if I were to put something on there, it would have settle on where the collision is, not the actual crate. And it's highly annoying, especially if this is up on a shelf or something, and you'll see the thing floating just above the surface. Well, because, you know, it's easier just to make a big rectangular collision for the whole thing than to, you know, make it more accurate to the shape and size. But so when I've been putting havoc items on these things, well, turn this off. Now I can do this. If I'm going to put something that has havoc collision on it, you know, like a junk item or something, I will set the don't havoc settle flag and just manually place it, because it's freaking annoying to see that shit floating. It makes me very angry. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. Okay, why is this happening? Why is my gizmo keep doing that? That is highly annoying. Why the hell was it doing that? I also have a layer on I don't want on. Let's turn off audio markers and the other thing. Alright, so yeah, I think that might look kind of cool there. And I think I'm going to put one of those Khalib Gaddafi metal boxes over here too. Move that back. Something to fill up that space there. Okay. I think... And even though this cell won't reset, I'm going to uncheck the respawns flag. Yeah, this cell will not reset. It's basically, the intent is to go through it one time, get access to the player home, and then you'll have access to the actual main entrance. I don't think you want to traipse through a cave every time you want to leave the house, so... Will this just be kind of a one and done? It won't respawn. I just am doing this cave just as something a little more interesting than just what I've done in the past. Just pick a lock, and there's your player home. This one you're going to have to earn a little bit. It's not going to be World of Pain level, but I want it to be kind of fun. Whoa! Oh, this still has Havoc on it? That's not cool. The entire static collision just went bonkers. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? I can reload the cell here if that brings it back. Why does that have collision on it? That is, yeah, it does that sometimes. Is this gonna reload? Yeah, no, it's not gonna reload. You bastard. It won't do that in the game. Well, yeah, because I have the friggin' Havoc collision set here. Let's try this again. I'm actually going to reload this. Hang on a minute. Havoc is the first item in the skull, and Havoc and the default combined mesh do the same. I've actually had other people mention that they have that problem with this with the skulls, but not all these were made from statics. Unless this chair. I wonder if this chair was the movable. Hang on a second. Let's. Oh, you know what? This was. I made a skull of this, but I exported the. I exported the mesh out for it. I wonder if maybe I didn't use a static chair. Maybe that's the... Because there is a movable static of that vault folded chair. But yeah, that's... None of that stuff should have any Havoc on it, unless I did use the wrong chair for that. It doesn't do it in game, though. It only does it when I have the Havoc simulation on. Game, it works just fine. That's annoying. So I've also made a static collision out of the, I have statics of the fire extinguishers and the fire extinguisher holder. And when I turn Havoc collision on, those fall to the floor. But usually if I hit F5 and refresh the cell, they go back to in their place. Let's see. I thought Havoc physics was defined as bonkers. It is. It absolutely is. Daniel says, "Is there any Lions BOS hanging around the Scab House?" Well, it was going to be taken over by some ex-Brotherhood Lions supporters, but they're going to be gone when you find this. They are going to have skedaddled to points unknown. I'm going to put a lighter here. Put a lighter. Phoenix, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let's just use a lighter, not a pre-war lighter. I think I've already used a gold-plated lighter in here already. Yeah, I think I very well may have not used the right chair for that. That's why I did that. Because there is a movable static of that folded vault chair. Everything else is a static. I may have to go back and fix that. Let's see. Yeah, I've seen other people say that they make a skull when they have Havoc simulation on in the CK. It does wonky shit like that, but in the game it's perfectly fine. I don't know. It just works. Okay, so yeah, let's hack one of those Khalid Gaddafi crates here. Those metal boxes. I think that would be fun. And I put those there. Oh, let's do this one. And I've been scaling these down. I think they're a little bigger than I want them. and scale them down by like 15%. I'm gonna put this thing buried in the ground here. And that is opening the right way. Cool. Yeah, you have no idea how happy I am to have these old school metal boxes that Khalid Gaddafi made and is letting me use. These things are so freaking awesome. Let's not have this be so nice and perfect. We'll angle it a little bit. That should be good. Sink it down there. Sink it into the ground. Sink this a little bit too. Actually, I'm gonna scale that down a hair. Do the same thing and just kind of just randomly rotate it a little bit. It's not quite so perfect. That's good. A little bit more disheveled, actually. No, I brought that up too high. This end is sticking up. You can see why it takes me so long to do one of these mods. This is what I spend my evenings and weekends. Adjusting, readjusting, all that shit. Okay. I think that's probably good. We got an operative desk lamp. Although I don't know why you would need a desk lamp with this thing right there, but I'll leave it there for now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see. We'll go back to the our debris here. Add some more of that trash and junk here too. Let's hide the chair. Oh, we could probably put a box up here too. Let's do that. Let's put a yeah, let's put a box up here. Scale this down here. Just a little box. There. And we'll throw this one. Whoops. Oh, we got a little bit of Z flicker because that's on the other one. So what we'll do is that's the decal debris. And knock this one up just a tad. Nope, still got... Whoops, come on. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, I hate Z flicker. Oh, that annoys the living shit out of me when I see that. It's a very easy fix. All you need to do is, I mean, just saw what I just did. I just put like a 0.02 in there, not put it up just a tiny bit, and then I got rid of it. Let's try putting one of these in here too. Paper debris, yeah, why not? Paper debris. Looks like it's got... Is that... Okay, I didn't see that yesterday. That is... Alright, something is... Maybe it's just the lighting on that groove there. It looked like that there's two pieces of this foundation, but that's just one. I think it might just be the lighting. We'll check that when we go test this out. I don't think that's actual Z flicker. If it is, stream over. I'll have to go fix it. No, I don't think so. Oh, I did want debris. Hang on a second. Oh, you know what, Digital Partisan? I was actually kind of thinking the same thing. Not about the sprites, though. All the debris was Z. Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. Yeah, twisted great minds. And I can't spell debris. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you think about when you've been staring at the screen for too long. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Let them fight. Finish him. Oh boy. There's that. And I did want to put some behind this. That's what I want the trash for. I want to have it so that the little trash pile accumulates along the edge of the fence there. So let's grab the edge 3 no chunks. And just kind of put that there. Scale that down a little bit. I'll bring this one up. That way it can kind of bleed underneath there and cover that up. Yeah. Actually, no, maybe not. There, and that one. That's good. That'll work. And then we'll do a trash edge no 4 chunks here. I wanted one under the trash can, but I don't want one that big that's going to hang off the edge of the platform, so we'll scale it. Just scale it a little bit. Again, a nice Fallout 3 New Vegas style trash cans from Khalid Gaddafi. Making good use of those. Brad says, reminds me of trying to get lines right in Visio or large network diagrams. That's the kind of stuff that drives people insane, I think. Let's bring this. That's hanging off the edge there a little too much. There. Well, that's better. And we got to go back and add some mist and dust and effects in here too. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I am gonna put. I have these 2 vents here and 2 vents here. I wanted to put some steam coming out of those. I have some. I have my effects layer turned off. Let's turn that back on. I have some right here, but it kind of doesn't make any. Oh, do I have this? Yeah, I have this other marker thing. Turn that off. I have some coming out right here, but I didn't think it'd make much sense having a vent here that's spewing vapor onto this electrical cabinet. That would never pass inspection. So we're going to get rid of that. That's just going to be static and non-functional. Now I'm going to put these up top here. Let me change layers. So we're going to put this right up top here. We'll see how that looks. Hide these things. That would never pass inspection. It wouldn't have. Yeah, well, I thought about just. I noticed that last night. It's like, I think I'm gonna move. I would actually rather have it up here. But yeah, I mean, in a game where you can heal limbs by sleeping in a bed, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? I love it. People say, well, Can you do so and so to your mom, because it would really help my immersion. It's sleeping in a bed and healing limbs. That doesn't break your immersion, but you want this other random thing that nobody else would ever ask about? Yeah, no. Oh, I know. It was somebody wanted me to add a some compatibility thing with that settlement mod that lets you actually do your bodily fluids in a toilet, and it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Suspend your disbelief for 30 seconds while you just sit on the toilet. If you have to simulate your bodily functions in a video game, I don't know what to tell you. We'll see how those look. Cool. The effect simulator, so we got those. Let's turn these on. Those come out of that, and those come out of that. I think that looks cool. We'll go see how it looks in game. Maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. We shall see. They're just trying to get their mods ready for the day they fire up Fallout 4 VR. Oh god, that's... that's a scary thing. Let's see. Yeah, I think Bethesda's kind of abandoned that VR version because they never updated it. Usable toilet mod made me suspect Piper has IPS. Well, you know, Kelly, she does sit in the... Every time I test a mod with her and there's a toilet, she sits on it. First thing she goes to, the friggin' toilet. So I think you might be on to something. Since I have the effects layers on, let's just go and add some effects to this cell. And then I'm going to come back in and add some of the slime and grime decals. I'm not going to add a whole lot to this one, but I do want to put like some rust and stuff on this generator. So, but I have the effects layer on now. I did want to do that tonight. So let's go into the movable statics. Actually, oh, yeah, there's some other things I need to add too that I've forgotten about. Well, I'm not going to do those now. There's some of these other dust effects that I want to add in other parts. Excuse me. Other parts of the cell that I've already gotten done. I completely forgot about these. I will go back and add those later. There's one. Mist ground. Long dim. Let's try this one. There's the CWSS. Maybe that's the one it was, Brad, that you mentioned. CWSS allows you to create bathrooms. Toilet has a sit marker where they take out a newspaper and read. I don't know if that was the one. There was some other mod I saw some streamer using where actually, you know, you make bathroom noises when you sit in the toilet. The plop plop. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know. I can suspend my disbelief for the time I'm playing a video game. Thank you. But I think it was CWSS now that you mention it. Where did that go? Where's the marker for that? Hello? Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. So this is long mist ground, slow, long, dim, but we're not going to put it on the ground. We're going to put it up towards the ceiling. I want a little bit of cave mist up on the ceiling part. See what that looks like. No, I don't want that. Just to kind of cover the ceiling a little bit. And I'll just play with it later on. Okay, so then we want the dust. Start by adding some of the The dusty ones, there's the ones I usually use are the dusty dim, the dusty dimmer, dusty dimmest. The dusty dim are actually kind of bright. They give off quite a bit of their own. They emit a little bit of light. They're a little distracting sometimes if you use too many of them, so I've been using the dimmer and the dimmest, but I'm going to put a couple of those in here, like, I know where it would make sense. I am going to increase the size of these two. Let's make these, well, I was going to say 1.5. That's good. And then we get these set. I'll throw in some decals. It makes it more dimmer. Yes. Or more dimmest. Put one there, and we'll put one over by this other door for two. Kind of up where these emergency light sources are, I think. Maybe that might be the best place. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Because I have another emergency light over here. We'll see how that looks. Always go back and change it. And then we'll just start dropping. Actually, what I'm going to do is keep this, because I want these all to be the same size, so I can just duplicate these and then Alt-Scroll. We'll go add a few dimmer ones up towards the top. Just keep replicating these. And then go swap out a couple of the dimmest ones. The dimmest ones in the pack. Just kind of vary the heights, vary the locations. I think a little foggy in here, but not too terrible. I mean, it's a cave. It's a damp, dank cave. Dimmest, what do you need? That's my job title. Are you bucking for a promotion there? That's my that's my claim to fame. Yeah, actually, speaking of promotion, before the break I checked my email, and I got an email saying that some place needed me to provide references for a new patent attorney position that they thought I would be perfect for. Yeah. One of these places that they just get your name off a job site that you may have had your resume on like, 10 years ago and have never been back to since. Oh, the position we think you'd be perfect for. And it's pretty obvious that they've never actually read your resume to see what your skills are or what your experience is. But yeah, apparently somebody thinks I could be a patent attorney. That might be fun. I can patent my own patents. Patent my own inventions. Alright, these are getting a little tightly packed here, and I can't select the ones I actually want to work with, so let's see where we are here. Let's turn that off. I think that's getting pretty close. No wonder you're off for a week finishing law school. Shh! It's a secret. Hey, Deckard. How you doing? Yeah, but I love it when they say, oh, based on your experience, we have a position that you might be perfect for. Based on my experience. Where in my resume does it say I have any legal experience whatsoever? I did work in the Attorney General's office for a couple of years, but that was a contract position that was IT related. It actually had nothing to do with actual law. What's going on? We are decorating a cave. Adding some fog and lighting effects right now. I think that's probably good. We can go back and adjust that later. So I think what we'll do... Oh, see that? There goes the damn table again. Son of a bitch. You know, I'm just going to get rid of that table altogether for now. this off. Yeah, I have to go back and look at the mod that actually made this skull in. Because that's just freaking annoying. I see if I click it, it goes back. We're just going to get rid of it right now. And I'm just going to add a regular vault table. I have a strong suspicion I used the movable static for the chair. Like an idiot. Like the stable genius I am. Looks like the wooden box broke the table over itself. Yeah, that's, See, I have that in another mod I'm working on, and it doesn't do that. I don't think it does. I have to go back and look at that. But I'm going to guess that that's what happened, because I've seen other people say that they have that problem with things made from skulls. So I must have used the movable static version of that chair. That annoys the living shit out of me, because I don't have to go make that skull again, but I will. Because I like it that much. Yeah, see, this is what it should be, and I have a material swap for that to turn it into a rusty chair. I'm going to use that. I'm just going to replicate that here real quick, because I do want to use that here. I thought it fit the scene rather well. Decker says, that's why I released a patch for New Vegas on Nexus lets you fill up empty bottles at courier stations. Really? For which, just a standalone patch? Because the mod that I'm using in New Vegas, I can actually fill them up at, I know I can fill them up at the Goodsprings site. At the Goodsprings station. Well, I will go check that out. So I have been itching to play the New Vegases again here shortly. Solar bottle of water? I think that's the one I'm using. I'll have to double check. Cool. Little Biting Tex? Am I saying that right? Hello. Welcome. Hope I'm saying that right. Let me take a quick look here. See if that's the one I am using for New Vegas. I bet it is. I know I can fill up the bottles at the Goodsprings station. Yep, Solar's bottled water with the bottle cap option. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I think the Goodsprings one is the only one I've been able to get it to work with. Little bit in Texas. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I never know if I'm saying people's screen names right. Let you fill them up with the water barrels and Prim and Novak. Cool. I'll check it out. Oh, you know what I was going to do first? I was going to put slime and debris on there. That was flutter. Okay, I think slime was on there for sure. And then I think it was this one. Yes. That one. This one back over here, and then I had the defunct terminal. Drop that one back there. Chair back on. There. Good as new. And it won't flake out when I do the Havoc simulation. Yes, more slime. You can never have too much slime. I love this slime decal. I wish there was more of these, but they only made the one. I've actually made a few decals of my own for this mod, which is pretty cool. Actually makes me a Fallout mod. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I did my first New Vegas mod last month. I made that patch for World of Pain and the Hidden Valley Bunker mod. I felt like a real Fallout modder then too. Now I just got to do something for 3. But, see, this is that clipping through? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, that should be fine. Not clipping through now. Alright, so let's go and add a few of those beautiful decals for the slime and grime. Although I am going to add, just so I can position on this, I want to add some rust. A rust decal to this generator here. And I do have markers. I do have an actual audio marker here. So when we go in, this this turbine here spins, and this has the turbine, that little generator sound. So we'll actually be able to hear that when we go in and test that out. And I'm looking for the decals again. Let's dirty this thing up. Make it look all nasty. Texture sets. There we go. So we're going to go down to the rust stains here. Let's see what we can find for a rust stain. That would be appropriate. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. We can layer these up, too. That's why I like using these things. Oh, yeah. I like that. But we want to probably make the height a little less. 0.8. That'll work. Because you'll never see the top of it. Know that it's actually doesn't wrap all the way around. That'll work. Oh, I don't want it to project onto the... That's the problem. Now it's projecting onto this thing, too. I don't mind it on the top. I just don't want... Well, I guess it's fine. Oops, I gotta change... Oh, I do have these in the right layer. Never mind. Never mind. So we'll duplicate that one, and we'll go through and see what other one I want to use. I want to throw one of these on concrete walls somewhere, too. Let's see. Yeah, let's... make this one a bit smaller. Let's make this 5x5, like half the size. Is cell working on part of Commonwealth Underworld? No, this is actually the cell that's attached to my Outcasts Hideout player home. This is for the player home mod. This is going to be a cave cell that you have to go through to get access to the player home. Kind of like a mini dungeon, but it is going to. I'm actually using a lot of the techniques and assets I've been using for Commonwealth Underworld. So kind of have the feel that I want that mod to have, but this is for the player home. Because the house itself is probably 90% done, but the cave has been kind of languishing. And this is the cave here. It kind of growed from what I wanted it to be. I wanted it just to be a small little cave you go through, but it's yeah, it's not. It's not small at all. It got big. Any ETA? Sometime. I'm hoping to have it done. I would love to have it done next month, but we'll see. I still have to do all the nav meshing for both cells. I have to do all the NPCs, because there's going to be enemies in this cell. I have to set up all that stuff. And testing. And I still have some odds and ends to do for the house itself. So it's going to be a while. I would say at least another month at the very earliest. I would love to have it out this time of month, or this time of the month next year. Because I want to get it done though, because I'm making this mod specifically for my next playthrough, for that railroad playthrough that I want to do. And yeah, so I don't want to start that playthrough until I get this damn thing done. And I want to get back to working on Underworld, because that has been languishing. I really thought this would be done by now, but obviously it's not. One other thing I can put on here that might be kind of cool. There was a... Where's the gross stains? I think it was this one. Yeah, this one. Brad says, software dev answered ETA somewhere between next month and the heat death of the universe. I think it was, I want to say, back when I was a Mac user all those ages ago, it seems like. There was when Steve Jobs would do one of the presentations, the ETA, there was like real soon now with a trademark next to it. Somebody would always post on one of the sites. Oops, that's showing up there. I don't want that there. See, that's what I don't like about these decals sometimes. It projects on objects that are behind it, and I find that highly freaking annoying. Like, it should not be projecting behind it. And what I always want to say at work when somebody asks, well, how long is it going to take? And it takes me as long as it takes me. It's done when it's done. You know what? That's good now. I can always go back and tweak it later. But yeah, I like the oil stain on that. Let's see. I think that'll work. Yeah, a little bit of the rust is projecting on that too. That's fine. That doesn't look bad. What else we got here? Let's go. I'm actually going to hide these again, because they are kind of in the way. Go through some of those moss and those slime decals here. Now, what I want to do, there was the gross stain. I think it was this one. No, not this one. This one. Azaz1077, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Oh, let's do 5 and 5 for this. That didn't work. Yeah, for those of you guys that missed the earlier part of the stream, the little pods here probably give you a clue as to what's going to be in this part of the cell. There will be robots, and I don't know which ones yet. Half a dozen sentry bots, for sure. Work. And what else can we put in here? Let's put some moss on the back wall here. Gross stains. Where's the moss? Where's my damn moss? There we go. You've seen the new Capital Wasteland video that's been released some hours ago? No, I haven't. I haven't been on... really been on YouTube as much today, other than uploading the next video for the Fourville playthrough. But no, I have not seen it yet. I will, if there's a new one, I will check it out after the stream. Don't tell me what it is. I want to find out myself. But I'm very happy to hear that they have a new video out. That one there. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I was happy to see the Fallout 4 New Vegas team put that video out that they had, I think it was last month. Recreating the scene outside of Nipton when you run into the powder ganger there that the Legion let go because he won the motherfucking lottery. I'm sorry, the motherfucking lottery! That was awesome. And to know that Capital Wasteland team is still putting out stuff, that makes me happy. That makes me very, very happy. Thanks for letting me know. I probably would have seen it after the stream, but no, that doesn't work. That doesn't just work. I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing this. Put it at a right angle. And bringing it back in here. There. That works. I like that. Let's duplicate that one and we'll flip it around. We'll have it go that way. Alright. That looks good. And let's try... Now, there was those other gross stains. I want to put some of those on the ground here. Just to break up the cave floor. I really hate making caves in this game. The cave parts absolutely suck. There's only a handful of them. There's no big caves in this game. This cave cell is larger than any cave cell in the vanilla game, I believe. Might be wrong about that. The largest, bestest cave cell in the game that I know of is actually in the Far Harbor DLC. It's the Pinecrest Cavern. That is the closest thing that they have to an old school cave like you had in the older games. And they didn't really do much with caves in Fall 4. I guess there's probably not a lot of caves in Boston, but I wish that they had done more with their kit parts for the caves, because they kind of suck. If you want to make a big cave, there you end up using 1,000 pieces. Because none of the pieces are very big. Hey, Jovopi, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Yes, I'm making the dirt dirtier. We need to layer the dirt. Yes. I think it's this one. Yeah, you can kind of see here. I don't know if it's going to show up on the stream, but with the light hitting this decal I just put on has a really nice slight specular sheen to it. So when it hits the highlights, it looks like it's damp. And I like using those on the cave floors. But yes, the dirt must be dirtier. Todd's dirt is not dirty enough. I'm actually going to put some of those over here too. Some of the gross stains. Not that gross stain. This gross stain. Put some of that on the wall over here. And then I think we can go check this out. Yes, making the dirt dirty and the darkness darker. Because it's not quite black enough. It has to be blackety black. Actually, I think I want these to go this way. Yes. That would be more better. Or as Moira would say, more, better. Okay. That's good. I really would like to put some rust coming down here, but because of the way it projects, it's not going to work. It's going to look weird being on the surfaces, but not on the sides. So what I can do, I just realized, I probably want to go back and add this to some other parts here. There is actually, it's not a decal, but it's an actual, is it the deco stain? Yes, this one here. I'm going to put... gotta flip it around. I want to have some sort of streaks or grime coming down this wall section here, because it's not dirty enough. It needs to be more dirtier. So we have these nice little... They're still considered decals, but they're not projected. They're actual, just a texture. You can just put on a wall like that. And I can fit them behind the vents. You can see it's going behind the wall. It's now between the wall and the vent, and now it's actually over the top of the vent. I think right there. Yeah. Yeah, baby. There we go. That is beautiful. The dankest dungeon. If dungeon isn't dank, it's not a dungeon. It's a basement. What I might be able to do, though, I might be able to get some of the, here's a couple gross stains I can add, really, that are decals that I can scale down. Let's see, that's good for, actually, whoops. Uh-oh. Yeah, sometimes in these things you can't select them, so you have to hide the thing that's behind them, select the thing you want, and then re-enable the thing that you hit. It's kind of annoying, but that's the creation kit. I'm gonna go back to this, back to the texture sets here. Where was that gross stain? Actually, maybe the rust stain. Let's try a rust stain here. Yeah, if I did this one. I don't want the big bright one. Let's just see if I can make this small enough. Let's see, width 5, height. Yeah, see, it's not going to go behind it. It's not going to work. Not going to work the way I want it to. I was thinking of some rust kind of bleeding out of the... This might work, though. Some rust kind of bleeding out of the vent. This might work. Let's see what this looks like. Because if it gets projected on top, that's probably okay. Oops, it's not going to work. Yeah, that'll work. I think on just one. So it looks a little bit more random. It's ripping out of the side. That's running down from the bolt there. I do want to make this 0.25. Nope. 0.21. There. Okay. Alright. I think... Let's see. The roof. Did I want to put anything on the ceiling? You know, I think the ceiling's probably okay. I'm not going to worry about the ceiling too much right now. Alright. Is there anything else I wanted to do in here? Or before we go... I know once I get in, I don't want to be in there for forever. Yeah, let's go test this out before I do any more, because I've usually actually done a lot more than I normally would do without going to test things first. I've done way more. I've been going for 2 hours now, and I haven't gone to test anything. I usually go and test like after 20 minutes of working on something just to see how things look, but let's go do that. Before we do any more, we'll go test this out. Oh, I just saw something that needs to move, though. We have... One of these decals is hitting that... Is it this one? Hitting that turret. Yeah, we don't want that. Because that makes it hard to read. There was a little bit of that decal was projecting onto this I say turret terminal. The T thing. The thing begins with the T, that. And it does make it a little bit hard to read. Not that there's much to read on this. It's basically just to unlock this door. But, yeah. Let's go, And I actually did have the New Vegas GAC open, but I don't think we're going to need that. And might as well quit it, because every time I launch the game, if I have the Fallout 3 New Vegas GAC open, it crashes when I launch Fallout 4. So, I don't know why, it just does. So I'm actually going to switch sources here. Let me change sources here, and we'll launch the game. Screen will probably be black for a few minutes, or a few seconds rather. If it's black for a few minutes, that means I hit the wrong button again. And instead of seeing the break screen, you guys will see the black screen. But no, I can see it's our happy little loading wheel. We'll go take a look and see what we did. I want to take a look at those splines, too, that we put in earlier. Actually, I should be able to. One thing I want to try here. Hang on a second. There's no music in here, so I don't have music in the cell yet. We're just going to COC right into the cell. And it'll bring us right by the loading door. Are splines reticulated? Not sure what you mean, Kelly. I'm not following you. What am I doing here? You're using those fancy words I don't understand. Nah, I'm not following what you're asking. Sorry. So yeah, this will go back to the Commonwealth. It's locked on the outside, so you'll have to pick the lock to get in. But so this is actually going to be locked. You'll have to hack the terminal there to unlock it. And this is all we did already. So you got this is all something else I got to go add more of is these vines. I got to add some more of these vines. But yeah, there's not going to be a whole lot of light in all of this. So this is the rat's nest that we did earlier. It's a thing from Sin City's game. Loading messages was reticulating splines. Oh, okay. God, you know, I had SimCities on 3.5-inch floppies for my Mac Plus, and I think I installed it and never actually played it. I think it was on about 6 or 7 floppies, and I never actually played it. Oh, it might help if I hit the right damn key here. So these are the splines that we added. That's probably why I didn't get it, because it not playing SimCities. So those are all added. Generators have a sound marker, so you'll have those as you come by. I want to go and add some more glowing fungus here and there too. First all-nighter was SimCity 2000. Oh boy. But the glowing fungus is harvestable. Another generator. Oh no! I'm thinking ahead of myself. The cage lamps, I am going to use that in another part of the cell, not where we're just working. So this is like the first chamber you'll come into, and like I said, pretty much everything here is lootable. And this is an example of what I was saying earlier with the dummies. This is an all ammo dummy. The last time I came through here, I had 7 fusion cells spawn here. Now it's 45 rounds. Next time I come through, it'll be something else. The bourbon is generated by a dummy. And I think that's it for in here, too. So you have more of those reticulating splines there in the terminal. Terminal will unlock the safe. Oh, I was going to put some of Khalib Gaddafi's metal boxes over here, too. Maybe we can do that. And this is, there'll be some goodies in here once you get inside. Some static items, mostly lootable, though. Not a whole lot. Radio, that since this is just the character we COC'd in, doesn't actually have anything yet. No radio stations. And more splines. More splines here. Actually, the splines do reticulate, Kelly. There's splines you can use that react to the weather outside. You've probably seen them. That when it gets stormy and windy, they do reticulate. Quite unrealistically, I might say. We got some brain fungus. More of those wonderful metal boxes. It is dark and dank through here. And there's another generator with splines and an audio marker. And that goes down this way. And these are the decals that we added at the start of the stream. Take a look at these. They look fine. Now this is with my ENB. This is without the ENB. You can see that the fog at the end, the far end, is that dusty dim one that I mentioned that kind of is a little bright. I don't like using them all that much. Is that floating? No, it's not. It just looks like it is. No, it is floating. Alright, we're going to have to go and fix that. Yep. That... Oh, is this the one that's on... Yeah, this is on an angle. Oh, we got to go fix that. We're going to have to go fix that, because I can see through that. Totally unplayable. I want my money back. So we've got shelves, odds and ends on the shelves. Boxes. Whee! And then I haven't decided. I don't think this is going to be... I don't think that's going to be locked. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. We've got our steam coming out of the vents. That looks good. I like how that looks. And the fog on the ceiling. I can barely see it. I may actually want to bring that down a hair. I can only see it in that area there. What we got inside here? Let's take a look. Yeah, I think we're going to want to bring that down a hair. Yeah, it just floats. It's not supposed to float, but it does. So we got our audio markers there. The animation on that works, obviously. Yeah, we got our slime and grime right where it should be. Trash. This all looks good. I think it's a good amount of... I might actually want to push this back up against there. It sticks out a little bit too far. But yeah, you can see how that slime decal, how it's reflecting bits of the light and the highlights. I really like those. See some Z fighting over here. Yeah, I noticed that too. I think there might be from the decals. I may actually get rid of one of those. I did notice that. It's like one of those magic motion things that you get with those books in the kid. Which you move it and then, what is it they call it? Is that reticulation? Yeah. Need some Todd rays. Well, no, yes, Todd rays, because the Todd rays come out of the ground. Lenticular, yes, thank you. We're using all the fancy words in this stream tonight. God, all this fancy book learning. Yeah, the lenticular thing. I used to get those in books when I was a kid. You would move them back and forth, and the little man would actually move. He'd wave at you. So we're going to have to probably get rid of one of those. Those you can't adjust the Z values on. They just project on the surface. But yeah, I'm seeing it back here too. So I think we may have too many in one spot. So we'll just get rid of one. That's all. Oh, there's our little rust stain coming out of the vent. That's good. Well, I'm pretty happy with this, other than those few little odds and ends we got to go fix. I do want to bring the mist from the ceiling down. I don't like how that's just kind of shows up in that area. You can't see it all in here. Not really. But let's...
Terminal's got this locked.
Oh, that's right, too. I love those doors. But yeah, that is very dark down there. And it's going to be dark and flooded. It's going to be dark and flooded. That looks cool. I'm pretty happy with this. It's a good start. Just a few little tweaks. I can kind of see where the mist is just kind of poking through the surface of the roof there. I want to bring that down a little bit further. And we've got debris here. Looks good. Let's actually turn on the... see, it's too bright with my Pip-Boy light mod. The vanilla lighting, it's way too bright. I'll go with the ENB off for now. That's about what I wanted. That's about the level that I wanted it to be. Oh! Alright, so we have a Nuka-Cola Quantum that spawned here. That's the dummy I showed you there before. It spawned a Quantum this time around. Next time we come in here, we'll see if it spawns anything. Now, there's a 30% chance that there will be nothing spawned there. And when I came in here 3 times last night, nothing spawned. And then we have Whiskey and Gwyneth in there, and those are randomly generated as well. Alright, so I think that's a good start. Let's jump back out, back to the EO creation kit. Did anything spawn in here? Yep, we did get a little something in there. Oh, let me just show you guys this real quick since the door is open. So this is going to come down here. And this is going to be... This is all the lighting that there is. There's not going to be any more lighting. It's going to be dark. It's going to be debris just like we put on upstairs, except probably a bit more. And when you come down here, this is going to be flooded. There's going to be water. So I'm not going to have to do a whole lot of... and this is the only... going to be one light in here. This light here, that's it. Everything else is going to be dark. So you will need your Pip-Boy light. But this is going to be a flooded portion of the cell. And I just kind of have things more or less just kind of fleshed out where things are going to go. There's some shelves. I already got a little bit of loot up on the shelves. I probably won't put a whole lot more down here loot-wise, but there'll be some clutter and whatnot on the tables here. And gun cabinet, because you got to have a gun cabinet. But, yep. And then you'll have to unlock that. There'll be some things in there. But this will be flooded. Because I started recently playing around with the water stuff. Making things flooded with debris and stuff, and it's pretty cool. So we're going to have that. But, yeah, let's go back and make those few little tweaks we did, and then we'll come back in, and then we'll see how they look. Jump back out to ye old creation kit. So first thing I want to go fix is that damn floating toolbox. Kelly says, I wish my home spawned random drinks. That would be awesome. But you'd want to adjust the level list so that you had a 100% chance, not just a 70%. Yeah, I can see that. See, the problem is this is actually... I put this shelf on an angle. And if I hit F, yeah, see if I hit... Normally if you hit F, something will conform to the surface, but it's not doing that here. So we'll just have to nudge it down a little bit. Oh, Manuel. That's a little too much. Let's bring it up just a hair more. That should work. Will it be possible to pump out the water? Nope. Now, once you get done coming through this cell and doing what you need to do, you never have reason to come in here again, because you'll come up this way and you'll access the player home here. And then you'll unlock the main door to the main front entrance to the player cell. I call it, you know, the front door, so to speak. And you'll never have reason to come through here again. It's just going to be for atmosphere. It's not going to be any relevance to anything. I just wanted a flooded part of the cell. You also need to install a patch on a per country basis so that the America-centric random drink mod would spawn adult beverages prior. Would spawn prior to the 21 level. Oh yeah, because you can't have that. You can't have that. You can join the army and charge up $10,000 on a credit card, but you can't buy beer. Yep. Alright, so I did want to fix this. Whoops. Yeah, that was just a little too far out for me. It was just kind of sticking way out here. I want it to be up against platform. That works. Oh yeah, the let's turn the effects layer back on. I needed to go and fix this. And that's going to be hard for me to get that with all these fogey things, so I'm going to have to disable probably half it. Ah, there we are. So let's bring this down just a hair more. And I'm going to actually enlarge it a bit. That might help. Yeah, I can see more of that now. Okay. That might be a little more what I was looking for. Since this is such a big area, I kind of want to have it where there might be some condensation or something that's rising to the top. Especially since this is going to be flooded down here. There's going to be a lot of moisture. So... Not that it really matters, but I just kind of wanted to have something like that. What else were we going to go and tweak? I normally write this stuff down, but I didn't. Since you made a pool inside your bunker, you're going to need to add some NPCs with slutty outfits. That's the... Yes, that's going to be the CBBE patch. The CBBE Fusion Body patch. Yes. What else was I going to do? There was something else. Oh, I wanted to go and add some metal boxes over here. Let's go do that, and then we'll go back and check those things out. What we got here? Because I can't stream a whole lot longer. It is a work night, and I've got a couple things I got to do tonight. So, a few more things we can tweak, and then we'll go check things out. The big fan and the feeling must rise. Yeah, I'm still, like I said, I'm still tweaking things, and the problem with the projected decals is that putting them on the ceilings, they don't always work the way you want them to. But I probably will go back and do that. That's not a bad idea. I actually have another one of those big fans here too. Let's move this over here. I do like having the random boxes. Oops. Yeah, that. Let's put this back. Come on. Just like the vanilla lockers. The other lockers have the huge hitbox on them. Alright, that looks good there. Let's go and add a couple of those metal boxes. Because I love those damn things. More metal boxes. Make sure those will be under containers. Let's grab the two. Is this the front? I can never remember which is the front. Nope, that's the back. I always have to set them open by default so I can figure out which way they're going to actually open. And we're going to knock this down to 8.5. And I'll duplicate this one. And we'll make this a number 2. Now they have slightly different leveled lists. First thing I did was fix the floating toolbox decker. You missed it. Been fixed. You missed it. You blinked. You blinked and missed it. That out there. Did you see what you get for blinking? Moral of the story is, don't blink. Right. I think just 2 is good there. I don't want this to be crazy with loot, but like you're not going to get a ton of weapons or ammo or anything. It's just a cell. It's just a fun little cell to go through. Like I've got some stuff over here, but it's nothing too crazy. Basically some things to kind of give you some stuff to scrap when you get inside the player home. Test out that fancy schmancy trash compactor in there. Was there something else I was going to do over here? I was thinking as I was coming through there's something else I wanted to add, but maybe I was thinking of another part. Alright. You know what? Since it's getting kind of late, it's kind of... I got maybe another half hour or less before I got to wrap things up. Let's just go take a look at what we got. I think we did pretty good. It's kind of... I kind of wanted to try and get this chamber more or less settled tonight, and I've done that. So let's go take a look at what we got, and then I'll show you guys the rest of the cell, and then we'll hop into the player home and show you guys what I've done since the last stream. To be fair, it's 2:18 here, and I'm watching this on my phone lying in bed. No, that's... You don't have to... No, I totally get it. Hey, do you know how I am when I'm playing the damn games for 4 or 5 hours? I don't know what the hell I'm doing by the end of the stream. I'm missing stuff. I'm looking at stuff in my inventory. It's like, oh, I don't have that. Yes, you do. It's right there, and I can't see it. So, no worries. It's all good. But yeah, I appreciate you guys that are other side of the planet and that stay up late to watch these streams. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me that you guys stay up so damn late or get up so early, whatever the case may be. That means a lot. I do appreciate it. I know the time zones kind of suck for a lot of people. So. But thanks for staying up so late. Okay, let's jump back into the game. Yeah, and watching on a phone, probably a lot isn't going to translate as far as... I know what it's like to watch videos on a phone, and trying to look at the creation kit on a 1080p monitor is bad enough. I can't imagine trying to look at this thing on a phone. Okay. I'm just going to COC right back into the house, or into the cave, rather. I almost typed the house cell. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. But we'll go and confirm that the toolbox is no longer floating. Alright, so we've got the ubiquitous tin cans. I'm gonna have those. Oh yeah, I do want to go and add more of these. Maybe I really should be taking notes, but I'm lazy and I'm not. I want to add more of these vines. That's what I think I was thinking of. Oh, I don't think I showed you guys this little stream. Kind of ends there, but it kind of ends back there too. But I might. I'm probably going to expand, remove those rocks there. That's just temporary because I got lazy. I just wanted to get this part done. And, yeah, that's going to just give the impression that it just keeps going. Oh, I do have empty bottles. I have several empty bottles in here. Oh, but see, last time we had the 45 rounds, now it's a fusion core. Now it spawned a fusion core. And we have Boberoffs there. So the dummies definitely are working. I don't have any bobby pins since I just spawned in here, so we're just going to unlock this. And I think, like I said, the junk is not going to be dynamically placed. Unfortunately, the dummies don't work too well with the junk. Do I have bottles in here? I have cans. Yeah, I do have bottles here and there. I might want to go add some more though, but I love the cans. The old games had the cans. We got the metal boxes. I got just a couple ammo boxes. That one's empty. Got a little bit of junk, just some random stuff. Little things to get you started. And at first I was going to light the cave tunnels the whole way down, but it's like, no, they wouldn't be lit. Because it's like, I always, you got these things sitting here, because it's like Skyrim. Who goes into the dungeons and lights all those torches? I just want to have some areas that basically have no lights in them. So there's a beer bottle there. I know I have other bottles. Alright, toolbox. Toolbox is not floating. Toolbox is no longer floating. I cannot see below the toolbox. Crisis averted. The game is playable again. I think that's a dummy too. I'll have to go back and check. Alright, so what we have over here? We have something else spawned over here this time. Yep, that's Nuka-Cola Dark. So last time we had the Quantum. That looks better. That looks much better to me. Who goes into Fallout 4 dungeons and floats all those toolboxes? Add some traps. I haven't decided yet. There's going to be enemies in here, so there'll be enough. I don't want this thing to be World of Pain. I'm not trying to pack World of Pain into one cell just to get to a player home. It's just something that provide a little bit more entertainment and challenge than just picking a lock. So I'm not going to go through the trouble of doing like traps and all that stuff. I probably won't add any traps. I think the enemies that I have planned are going to be plenty. Because you are going to go have to hunt for the key card to get in too. It's not going to be sitting on the table like I have it now. So, and if I told you I was going to add traps, that would ruin the surprise anyway. So, the ceiling mist looks much better. I like that better. That looks, whoops. Yeah, you can't see it with the Pip-Boy light on it. That's definitely more better. You can see it now. I may want to put I think I'm going to want to put a collision marker back here. Prevent people from climbing up and falling behind there. Because they will. I climbed on top of the generator and I got stuck. Miserable garage. No, miserable garbage. Thank you for that follow. Welcome. Appreciate that follow. Around every corner is a Preston Garvey telling you a settlement needs your help. Oh, don't give me any ideas. Yeah, Preston. Yeah, that would be awesome. So, yeah, I think this is good. These few little tweaks that we did. It was that. That's fixed. That's just the right level of clutter. I don't want it to be too crazy. And yeah. Yeah, because these pods will not be empty. They will have somebody in them. I haven't decided which somebodies. Whoops. Alright, so this part is absolutely, I have absolutely no lighting in this next part. But I literally just, I had this next section up until about 3 nights ago. Was it Sunday? Sunday. Sunday I ripped out the cave tunnels because I had tunnels just like this that we've already gone through. Oh! I forgot about this. These are all spawned by dummies as well. In this box here. I must have hit this or something. That box is set there. And there are 3 dummies in there with chems. So, forgot to check that. That's the thing. I ripped out the cave sections and put these utility halls just because I want a little bit more variety than just more cave stuff. So, I haven't got a chance to do the lighting in here yet. I thought maybe we'd get to it tonight, but it's pretty late now, so we're not. So there are no lights in here. But I have gone in this next chamber, this next room, and just started flushing this out. Actually just did this last night. It's basically empty, but there's more of those giveaway pods. And added these awesome, more awesome assets from Khalib Gaddafi. The Operation Anchorage Fallout 3 storage chests. Yeah, he made those, and he's letting me use them. So I put some of his metal boxes in, just like they appear in the old games. Actually, the World of Pain mod that I'm basing my player home on has some of these in the cave that I'm replicating. So, kind of where I got the idea for that. But we'll have a terminal here. And this will be the large and final chamber. I started playing around with this last night. There's only a few lights in here. So, we're going to need the Pip-Boy light. Only has this lighting right here. But we've got... Actually, hang on a second. We're not going back outside. I just want to get some music here. Because, let's see. 1 second. There we go. You'll be able to hear that, I think. That might be a little loud. Yeah, that's going to be a little loud. That should be better. Alright, just a little something while we're in here. You have a list of mods you're using. Well, Miserable Garbage, this is not an actual... I'm actually working in the creation. I'm making a mod. I am making this mod that we're in right now. It's going to be a player home. Normally when I'm doing an actual Fallout 4 stream, I do have a mod list, but we are making a mod, so I'm not using any other mods. Although I have an ENB installed. I'm using a mod called HUD++. I don't actually have any loot here to show you how it works. But we're making a mod. We're not actually playing one right now. So normally, yes, normally I do have a mod list. But the mod list that's there in the stream is actually for the playthrough we had on Saturday. So. But that is the list of the mods I would normally be using. But tonight, we're making a mod. Or doing some work on one. We're not actually going to finish it tonight. So I haven't figured this out, what's going to be up here yet, but I just playing around with some different configurations of the cargo containers, and I remade the water crates from New Vegas because I thought that I needed them. I recreated those, and the other crates there too. That one and these here too. Those are in New Vegas, and I wanted them. One of Khalib Gaddafi's Fallout 3 tables. I'm going to put some stuff on that. So this will be the final chamber. And there's another one of those big fans in here. I'm probably going to have like the cage lighting in here. Some other lights. And that's it for the cave. It's a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. And when I nav mesh this, I'm going to end... Actually, another thing I was thinking of doing tonight. These are actually bits from, I think they're like Diamond City Rubble, they are. And these are easy to get stuck on, so I got to put some collision markers on these so that they basically form a ramp, so NPCs and your companions won't get stuck on them, because that's the thing that happens. So I got a lot of work to do in here. I literally just threw this together last night just to kind of get a sense for how much room I had to play with. And none of this is... I could rip all this stuff out next time I work on this part of the cell and start from scratch. But that's the cave. So then when you get here, this is probably going to unlock this. This is open right now. So we'll head inside. You didn't get it. Delicious cornbread. You didn't get a notification. What the hell? Somebody else said, I think it was in Big and Badger, said that my stream didn't show up in the live streamers section. Well, that sucks, man, because I'm probably going to be wrapping up here not too terribly long, but I will stick around a little bit just for you. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, Delicious Cornbread, or, yeah, Big and Badger said that he didn't see my stream in the live section. He had to scroll through a bunch of offline streamers to find me, which doesn't surprise me. Twitch has been broken. Twitch was completely broken yesterday. For about 3 hours. None of my follow channels, none of the live channels I follow were showing up. None of my follow channels were showing up at all. And yeah, I don't doubt that it's still broken. I've been getting them. Hang on a second. Let me just check something real quick. Let me actually go over to Twitch. No, all my followed streamers are showing up. Yeah, but yesterday, your followed channels and recommended channels was completely blank. Nobody I followed or do anything was showing up. My channel page was completely broken. Nothing was showing up there. But yeah, they do that once in a while. They break. But regardless, I'm glad you're here. You missed the exciting part where I put slime and debris on things. Digital Partisan, thank you for gifting that sub in Big and Badger. I appreciate it. And you unlocked Digital Partisan shared rewards to 5 others in chat. You gifted 23 subs to the channel. Oh, God damn, thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome. You guys are great. Now I feel guilty for having to quit soon. I feel bad. I feel bad that Delicious Cornbread's here, and I'm going to be quitting soon. I will go run through the cave again just for. Tell you what, let's do this. Just because Delicious Cornbread just showed up, we'll run through the cave again. And we were working on the. Let me tab out here. Just because Delicious Cornbread showed up here. Is this thing still? Yeah. We'll switch back to the CK here. We've been working on the cave cell, which will connect to the player home, and you'll have to come through this cave cell, clear this out, explore it, find the key card and probably a password or two, terminal password or two. You'll have to clear this out. Then you'll get access to the player home. And then when you get access to the player home, you won't have to come through the cave again. You'll just have a main. You'll have access to the main door. You can just come and go right through the front door. This is kind of the back door, but I wanted something a little more than just picking a lock like I normally do. Something more along the lines of that other big ass mod that I'm working on. But so we were working on that a little bit, and this will be the entrance. This is the entrance here. This goes outside to the Commonwealth, and. DDM Mango Bango. Thank you for that follow. Hello, welcome. Thanks for that follow. It's actually showing me in the correct map. Oh, I know why. I linked the interior location to the map marker outside, so now it should properly show me where I am on the map. We're just south of Abernathy Farm. Abernathy Farm is permanent. I think it's like pretty much right here. Sanctuary's up here. I think the Red Rocket's somewhere around here. So we're just a spitting distance from Abernathy Farm. And the other end of the bunker cell will end up over here just north of Walden Pond. So we are, this is the entrance. So you will have to pick this lock, come in, but then you have the whole cave to go through. And these are the wonderful, these will already be open here. But the wonderful utility doors that Khalib Gaddafi were created from 3 in New Vegas. So you got all this part of the cell here, much of it lit, but other parts will be completely unlit, like this one here. So you'll need your Pip-Boy light. We got this area here, and you will have making a mod. Yes, making a mod. And I'll be showing off the rest of it a little bit here. We've been working on this cave cell. This is what you have to go through to get to the player home. And but there will be enemies for you to meet and greet in here. You will not be alone. And you got this nice little stream you have to traverse here. There's some of these generators that do have a sound marker on it, so that it sounds like they're actually running. We have 2 audio sources going. Hang on a second here. There we go. We had 2 audio sources playing, and that's just highly annoying. So you have this area here. There's several chambers around this size, maybe a couple ones that are larger, all connected by tunnels or hallways. And oh, let's see. Oh, we came through here already. I didn't reload, so that's still the fusion core. But you got some loot and stuff in here. Nothing too crazy. You know, let's get all this stuff over here. Will I make it available on Xbox? No. All my mods are only on PC. I don't have an Xbox. I don't use Xbox. I play on PC, so no Xbox. Sorry. Hey, Reaper, how you doing? Good to see ya. Another little chamber here, just some odds and ends, a little bit of loot. Nothing too crazy. But there'll be enough junk here that when you get inside the player home, you'll be able to run stuff through the trash compactor and get some stuff. Things in this cell will all be lootable. They'll all be, miscellaneous items, just like the vanilla game. But once you get inside the player home, as most of my places are, they will all be static, so that dog meat doesn't go knock them everywhere. Grimstalker, thank you for that raid. How are you, sir? Welcome, everyone. Good to see you. We're just doing a walkthrough of the little player. Well, I say little. We have a cave cell and a player home. We've been working on this cave cell tonight in the creation kit. And actually, you know what? We reloaded the cell and the decals didn't spawn. I'm actually going to quit out of the game here. I've had that happen before. Let's switch back here. For those that are just joining us, since we have some new attendees. We have Grimstalker with that raid. Thank you, sir. How you doing? It's good to see you. How'd your stream go? Were you playing more Fallout 4 tonight? Why I didn't see you were streaming, because I'm streaming. But hope your stream went well. So we're working on this cave cell, and it is going to be connected to a player home. It's basically an old school cave dungeon type cell. You'll have to explore it and get through this, and then you'll get access to a player home. Arepa says, I'm good, got the week off of work. Oh, cool. Cool. Well, playing Max at the moment? Playing Max. Not sure what you mean. Playing Max? Is that a character? Is that your character's name? I can't keep my characters straight. I have way too many characters. So Reaper, you got the week off work. That's cool. I'm actually taking Friday off, and this week I'm only working Max is I'm only working 4 days, but I can't believe tomorrow's only Wednesday. It feels like I've worked 4 days already. Grimstalker says Max is the role player character I'm playing in Fallout 4. Okay, cool. So you rotate characters? That's cool. I do that, and it doesn't work well, because for me, I get my characters confused. Anybody that's watched any of my streams, especially on YouTube, my Friday night stream over there, I can't remember what the hell character I have, what weapons on, what I've done. It's bad. But so we've just been doing some work in this cave cell here, and we'll run back into the game here. Yeah, I've had that before where if I reload into a cell after I've been through it already, the decals disappear. And I don't know if it's because I haven't generated pre-combines yet or not. It's weird. And I don't see that in the vanilla game. At least I don't think I have. It just works. All of it just works. Oh, let's see. I have to turn. No, I have the music on. That's fine. Alright, so we'll see back into the cell. So yeah, a lot of you guys are just showing up here, and we'll start from the beginning. So this, like I said a while ago, this door leads out to the Commonwealth, and we're actually just a stone's throw from Abernathy Farm. Abernathy Farm's like probably right. Actually, that's Concord over there. Abernathy Farm's probably right here. So we're just south of Abernathy Farm, and you'll have to unlock that. And once the cell is complete, you'll have to do a little exploring and meeting and greeting all the friends that I'll put in here for you to walk your way through. Got some generators and some lights to guide you along the way. A little stream. I'm probably going to put some radiation hazards in here at some point too, but not in here. This little chamber here with some stuff. So yeah, and then last time we had the first time we came in the cell, that ammo dummy spawned the 45 rounds. The last time it spawned the fusion core, and now we have the 10mm rounds. And I have to look. Maybe I actually put Bobarovs there. Maybe that's not a dummy, because I think we had Bobarovs the last time. I might want to go change that out for a dummy. Oh, we didn't check these. The metal boxes that we just put in. Those look good. It was Bobarovs last time. That's what I thought. I may actually not have made that a dummy. That might be our last official act tonight, is to go put a dummy there so it doesn't spawn the same thing every time. Then you'll have this unlit section here. I'm probably going to go and add some more glowing fungus and more brain fungus, but I don't want to put too much. Just a little, just enough to give the idea that it's it's a cave. There's things growing in it. Like I said, you will not be alone. So we've got some random clutter and junk there. I think this is where we left off. And yeah, see, the decals are back now, because we had just put these decals for the slime and grime in here at the beginning of the stream. And once I reloaded in the cell, they had disappeared. So that's a weird thing. I've had that before. And I'm wondering if after I generate the pre-combines, that'll not happen, but it shouldn't make any damn bit of difference, because I don't believe those get part. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Yeah, this is a dummy, because this was vodka before. So then we open this door here. Darkness 3. Thank you for that follow. Welcome. Let's see. So yep, this is actually where we did most of the work tonight. We did a few other odds and ends, but we put some clutter. We put some trash and debris on the floor here. A little bit of loot and some odds and ends up on this console here. Cigarettes and the lighter. Worked on this table a bit. The slime and grime on the floor. The steam coming out of the vents. Was that a picture of Alexander Platz? Oh, yes. Yes, it was, Reapa. I do, in fact, have a picture of Alex. And I think I took that... No, that's actually taken with a digital camera. Yep. I love Berlin. I have been to Berlin so many times, and I have so many pictures from this spot. But, yep. I have also, on my other computer, I have one. I think it's the U2 line. I think I took it at... is it U2? Cottbusser Tor. Cottbusser Tor, I took it at. But I love Berlin. My favorite place. Most people go to in America go to Florida for their holidays in the winter. I go to Berlin because I'm weird like that. I love it there. Obviously, I'm not going this year, which makes me sad. So we added the steam coming out of the vents. We added a little bit of mist on the ceiling. More steam coming out over there. And we added some debris. Yep. Caught Busser Tor. A nice picture of that, and I turned that black and white. Oh, and we have no Nuka-Cola that spawned here. I go for the Durnica. Oh yeah. Oh, don't even mention the Durners. Damn you, delicious cornbread. I knew if I ever brought up Berlin, somebody would bring up Durners, and now I want one. Oh, I live on Durners when I'm there. It's the perfect food. Who needs to go sit in a restaurant and wait to be served when you can just go grab a Durner for €3 or €4? And there's the in Alexanderplatz they have the at least they used to have them. I don't know if they're still there, but they have the grill runners. The guys that wear the grills on their shoulders have the best friggin' bratwurst for like I think they're like €2 the last year when I was there. Was it last year I was there? 2 or 3 years. I think they were €2. Oh, and I could currywurst. Oh yeah, definitely. My favorite currywurst is at Kanutka's in Prenzlauer Berg. Best damn currywurst I've had. I love it there. Now you guys got me thinking of all. Oh man. Yeah. Now I want a damn Durner. But yeah, we have no Nuka-Cola spawning here because the leveled list for that dummy is set to 30% chance or 70% chance of no spawn. So yeah, there's only a 30% chance that it will spawn there. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? Yeah, 30% chance that will be nothing spawning, and we didn't get a spawn this time. So we've had 2 spawn there tonight. What do we got in here this time? We have vodka and Gwyneth Stout. I think that's what we had the last time. But those are dummies, so those should be a little more random. You can easily make currywurst at home. Oh yeah, I do. There's actually a German deli in the city near where I live, and they have actually German currywurst sauce there, and I actually buy it. But there's did I unlock that? Yes, I did. There's nothing like going up to a currywurst stand and ordering it though. So when you come through this chamber, you'll have 2 options. You can go this way, or you can go this way, or go this way. And granted, this is all provisional. This may or may not change by the time I get the mod done, but will probably not change as this, whatever this ends up being, will not be well lit. It will be dark. And down here will be flooded. This will be filled with water when I get it done. Right now, it just has these odds and ends, then the flashing red light. And this cell will just have this one single dim light. Everything else will be completely dark. So you will need your Pip-Boy light. And I just kind of have some random odds and ends in here right now. And there'll be things in here. There's really nothing in here right now. It's just a room with nothing in it. But you'll have to get in there somehow. So that's that. And we come back up. Oh, thanks, Phoenix. Yeah, this is the entry. This is the first time you get access to the player home. This is the way you'll have to go. But you'll only have to go through here once, because once you get access to the actual player home, you'll have a much more convenient way in and out. And I was saying earlier that I literally just I did this hallway here just a few nights ago. I ripped out the cave parts I had, decided I was going to go with the utility hallway. So there's no lights. There's no lights in here or anything. It's just the hallway. That's as far as I've gotten with it. And same for this next room here. There's no lights in here yet. Just some provisional items, just trying to flesh out what I want in here. And because this was like another cave hallway up until a few nights ago. Yeah, I like Delicious Cornbread says, I like the utility hallway more than the cave. Breaks it up to... That's exactly why I decided to get rid of the cave stuff. Because it's been caved the entire way. And what I had was another just winding cave passageway with... Ended up with another hallway just like this. With one of these Diamond City walkway things. And I said, no. After I did this... This was like a last minute thing that I decided I was going to add. I decided to add this. Again, exactly what you said, Delicious Cornbread, to break it up. Make a little more variety. So, because the concept I had for this was the player home was going to be like a control center for the dam. Because the player home is actually on one side of that dam that brings you over to Sunshine Tidings. My thought was that the player home bunker was actually going to be like a control area, a security area for that dam that never got finished. And the caves were going to be an extension of that. There was actually going to be more to that complex that never got finished. So my thinking was, well, you're going to have parts of construction that are partially going to be, more or less complete and others that aren't. So long story short, I decided to go with this just for the variety, to not have everything be a cave. So, well, you come back in here, and we're back to the cave. This would be the last chamber you have to go through. I literally just threw these crates and whatnot in here last night, just trying to get a feel for how much space I had, what I was going to do with it. And right now you can come up here. This may or may not stay. But this will be the final chamber that you have to get to. And you will not be alone. It'll be not as quiet as it is now. And this will be a terminal that will control this. And this is the actual door to the player home. And obviously you can go through the cave again if you want. It will not respawn. So if you clear it out once and you decide you want to go the long route, you have the option to. But you will not have to... fight your way through every time you want to leave your house, and none of the loot's going to respawn either. The cell won't reset. So, if you choose to go that way, you can, but you are probably much better just going through the front door because it's one loading screen. And this is the entrance. This goes back to the cave, and I've got one of the things I want to do in the cave is add more of these vines to kind of match it. For those of you that don't know, this player home is based off of a cell in a Fallout New Vegas mod, A World of Pain. There's a player home that you can get in that by going through the same sort of cave and recovering the key card to get into the player home. And once you get that, it's pretty awesome. It's probably my favorite mod for any Fallout game. And this player home is an almost exact recreation of that, at least the layout and some of the item placement. And there's a Fallout 4 modder named Khalib Gaddafi who has generously donated several of his assets to me that he's recreated from Fallout 3 in New Vegas. There aren't any in here right now. I made the New Vegas, the water crates from New Vegas. But you'll need a key card. Oh, obviously the doors. These beautiful utility doors, the old school doors. Khalib Gaddafi made these and is letting me use them in my mods. So yeah, I love them. This mod would not shape up the way it is without these doors. Make the mod. I'm just saying, it's a stupid thing. Like, oh, but it's just a door. They make the mod. They would be nothing like the Fallout New Vegas mod if it wasn't for the doors. The wainscot texture, I did that to match, I think it's the facility kit textures from 3 in New Vegas. I recreated those because that's what the original has. And the key card to get inside is actually right here. It won't be here when you'll have to go hunt this thing down, but for testing purposes, it's there. Cornbread says, doing the justice, Khalib is a solid dude for letting me have the assets. He's really giving me free reign. Basically, anything I want to use, he's giving me free reign to use, which you have no idea how much I appreciate that. These doors are going to end up in my Commonwealth Underworld mod. I've already made good use of those. The newer assets he's letting me use. Once I get done with this mod, I have to go back to the dozen or so cells I've got started for Commonwealth Underworld and replace some of the Fallout 4 assets with the new assets he's letting me use. Like the metal boxes. I've been using the stupid vanilla metal boxes like this. Those are going. Every one of those is getting replaced by a Fallout 3 box.
Need to find a card.
So we have
Don't have the card.
A card reader, but if I don't forget to take this test card out of here when I release the mod, you'll have a key card, and the door opens, and then you can run it through again. Door closes. And there's light switch. All the lights are off by default. We'll call you out on Nexus, don't worry. Oh, I have no worry. Why go through a cave when there's just a card sitting right there? But, yeah, if you guys are familiar with the Ryman's Bunker mod, and I don't have the new Vegas deck open anymore, otherwise I'd show you. This is almost... The layout of this place is exactly like Ryman's Bunker. And, obviously... Not all the assets are going to match, but I've tried to match item placement where I can. The signs that designate what rooms are what, I've replicated. There's going to be some upgrade features, like if you go to, there's a terminal you can go to, and if you have the right components in your inventory, you can actually, you can upgrade this bookcase right here will be a bobblehead stand. So I might be able to go demonstrate. I don't know if I still have the component thing in here or not. But you'll be able to upgrade and have a robot model kit display stand here. There'll be a Nuka-Cola display shelf here. And here, there'll be a Nuka-Cola, a Nuka World recipe book display stand here. So there's basically just an enable marker tied to the display stand in this. And when you go to the terminal, if you have the proper components, you build them, quote, air quotes, build them, and then when you come back out, this gets replaced by the recipe book stand, and the same thing with the bobblehead stand. It's a cabinet based on the same vault locker, and I've used that in my player homes, and it's pretty cool. I like it much better than the vanilla bobblehead stand. The refrigerator has a script attached to it that you can turn your drinks ice cold in 6 hours. And this just said, RRT loves the settlement system. Now, RRTV loves the settlement system. Now, don't you dare go spreading... don't you dare go spreading that fake news, Delicious Cornbread. That's heresy on this channel, saying I love the settlement system. Oh, you. Grimstalker says, it's been so long I can't remember it, but World of Pain is a must-have mod. Yes, it is. It's an absolute must-have mod. The Fallout 3 version, too, is amazing. It's not as expansive as the New Vegas version, because that has the complete underground section, which another mod I'm working on is heavily inspired by. But yeah, World of Pain is friggin' awesome. I love it. The DJ Mistro, the mod author, his cell design, or her, I don't know if it's DJ Mistro, is he or she, but DJ Mistro's level design, the layouts, the clutter, everything, it's just so awesome. I love it. All your workbenches are linked. So there's the cooking station, there's armor, workbench, armor, weapons, chem stations, and the power armor stations. Everything's linked. So you get to share resources on everything. Bathroom is in here. And I don't know how much of this was done since the last time I did a stream. I know one of the first streams I did on this mod, we were working on adding the lights to this room, but this is pretty much set. I got there's a barber chair there, so you can get yourself a haircut. This vault cart is a chemistry station, so you can come in and do your crafting here. There's another chemistry station in the lab, which we'll get to. This animation always takes forever to get out of here. There's a little lamp there. Yeah, I put this light here to give yourself enough room, or enough light rather, when you sat there to do the barber chair. The shower. Working shower. gives you a +2 charisma boost for 8 hours, and it actually shows up as an effect in the Pip-Boy, Outcast Hideout Hot Shower. So 8 hours, you get a +2 charisma boost. And it's easy to tell that it's working because this character, you COC in from the main menu, and all your special skills default to 1. So we have charisma of 3 now. So that's the bathroom. And then, well, actually we'll come in this area here because this has the next most amount of work on. Again, the lights are all off. I've done a lot of work in here. I think that's the last time I did a stream. That's working. There's a lot of lamps in here. I didn't go too crazy with the lighting. Oh yeah, did this. GIGABYTE says, I missed the last 5 minutes. I'll need you to restart the entire stream in the name of fairness. You got it, man. You got it. I'll go make a pot of coffee. I'll call in sick to work tomorrow. I think the last stream I did, we made these, made the garden over here. The little garden. So if you pick the carrots or the mini mute fruit, those will respawn in 48 hours. So if I sit down for 2 days, I'll come back and those will be gone, or those will be reactivated, re-enabled. What I've done is I've actually added this little, just this little thingy here. Yeah, gotta have a garden gnome. It wouldn't be a garden without a garden gnome. Hey Daniel, were you here earlier, Daniel, or are you just here? If you were here, Daniel, and I missed you, I apologize. I would have said hello to you. I just saw your name just pop up just now. Apologies if I missed you earlier. I've added these lights over the top of the planter. Because you got a water can to water them. And, yeah. It needs some lights. So I added that. From the start, alright, cool. I, apologize if I missed you before. It would be nice if you're sorting, not sort item ASAP. Instead, it should sort after you close the inventory so you can easily get the item back. Doesn't bother me. Might be nice, but that would require me to figure out how to do that, and to me it just works, so I'm not going to change it. At least not anytime soon. Turn all the lights on. So yeah, I think I don't know if I had. Oh yeah, I did add some things. I decided that I was going. I actually added this Outcast banner. This is one of the. One of the banners that you see in the Museum of Freedom, and I just retextured it. I came up with the Outcast banner on it. I decided I am going to add an option to the settings so you can change it, but I'm not going to get crazy and do every single Fallout faction. I limited it to like 9, I think. So all the Fallout 4 factions. I think I've got the NCR and the Enclave, Gunners, Atom Cats, and maybe 1 or 2 others. Have some ghouls on the for enemies in the entranceway. Why don't you put some ghouls? Have them in BOS jumpsuits and gear. Well, no, because then I would have to come up with a custom race for the ghouls, because ghouls won't wear those gears. Those ghouls won't wear. I'm looking at the Enclave thing, or the Outcast flag, and seeing a gear and thinking, no, I would have to probably come up with a custom race for that to wear the BOS jumpsuits. I'm not getting into that. It's not worth my time to do that. No, it's going to be probably, honestly, it's probably going to be mole rats and robots, drawn from the vanilla leveled list. So, yeah, no. To put outfits on ghouls that they don't already come with, the rags, I would probably have to make a new race. And I don't know the first thing about doing that. And for just an entrance to a player home, it's not worth the time. I just wanted something other than just picking a lock. So it's already gotten way more expansive and bigger than I had planned on. And I just want to get it done. I'm not going to learn how to do that just for this. Ghouls in combat armor? Not me. Not this mod. Nope. Other people have done that with ghouls, and I don't know how they do it, and I'm not interested in figuring that stuff out. Hi, Phoenix. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up here soon, so you won't miss much. But appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. Good to see you. Hope to see you next stream. So yeah, we got. So I'm going to actually have a terminal where you can change the banner here, or just deactivate it, or put a painting or something. Because not everybody wants Outcasts. Not everybody wants. But I'm not going to get like every fall. Like I'm not going to do the Great Cons. I'm not going to do. You know, I'm not going to do the boomers. I'm not going to do everything. So, and I think like the Brotherhood thing will be something that will be disabled around with it. So, but yeah, that's one of the things I have to flesh out. But I do have the textures for the other banners made. I actually think I have them imported into the mod, and yeah, so that will be a thing. I know that that's something that's new since the last time, and I actually made that. Little decal too, because there's the New Vegas version has a couple decals, a couple little things on the chalkboard, and I thought that was I'm gonna recreate some of the New Vegas graffiti because it's very cool. There's a lot of New Vegas graffiti, so I did that. And let's see, over here, one of the upgrades you'll be able to get are magazine racks, custom, not the goofy, stupid yellow vanilla magazine racks. I have some custom bunker style magazine racks that will spawn here with the upgrade. And then this comes back out to the lounge area. And this hallway here with another light switch. Little teddy bear in the wheelchair. This is an almost one-for-one recreation of the New Vegas mod. It's got the vending machine, except I think that one has a Sunset Sarsaparilla machine. This is just a Nuka-Cola machine that you can actually buy from with pre-war money. Of course, I don't have anything, so... But you'll be able to do that. Another one of Khalid Gaddafi's old-school trash cans. This goes back into the sleeping area. We got some of those wonderful metal boxes. Let's see. And this dark room here is labeled security. And there's the old school mainframe computer from Khalid Gaddafi with an old school terminal. And we've got enclave chair and enclave table. No, there's no enclave here, but I just like how they look. They look pretty damn cool. And they're not in Fallout 4, so I needed to use them. The commissary terminal, very important. You activate the commissary terminal, and you can trade. It opens up a barter menu, just like you were trading with a actual vendor. So, hard day of looting and shooting, you can come back and sell off the junk that you don't want. And this just draws, there's a, in another cell, there's actually an NPC set up as a vendor, practicing his social distancing, in a completely different cell. And this is just opens up his barter menu. So his vendor container just draws from the vanilla level list. So if you're using a mod that adds unique armor or adds new armor or items, they will spawn here. Anything that gets added to the vanilla vendor lists should show up there. So that's important. The mainframe terminal. This is where you'll be able to come and activate the house upgrades like the magazine racks. You'll need 2 adhesive, 4 aluminum, and 3 steel. And obviously I don't have any of that stuff, so you gotta have those components in your inventory. Not in the workbench. They have to be in your inventory. Let's see. Those are all set up. Now, one thing that I didn't have set up the last time I did a stream that I've added is exterior defenses. I kind of got the idea from Underground Hideout from Fallout 3. You can now build a set of bubble turrets outside the bunker. If you have 40 steel, 8 gears, 6 oil, and 4 circuitry, you can build some turrets outside the bunker. On the far end of that dam, if you head down towards Sunshine Tidings, you guys, I know you've all seen it, there's a random encounter zone down there. Sometimes it's raiders, actually most of the times it's raiders, but there's also that Mr. Gutsy that wants you to go home because of the curfew. Well, I had fun testing that with the raiders that spawned down there, drawing them down towards the bunker and letting the turrets do their thing. That was fun. That was awesome. And then you'll be able to deactivate them too. And if you deactivate them, you get 50% of your scrap, of the scrap that you used to build them. You only get half of it back if you decide you don't want them. And do I actually have... I can show those to you guys. I did have... I got rid of it. I did get rid of it. I had a container here that had all the components in it, and I would use those to test them. I'm too tired and it's too late for me to go spawn the shit in right now, but I can show you where they'll spawn. And next time we do a stream, if I think of it, I'll bring that components container back in here. But yeah, that's something that's been added. I think this was all set. The utility room here. I've gone and added a little bit of the debris and clutter like we were adding earlier, just some paper debris. I didn't want to go too crazy, just that there were people living here, so they would have kept it relatively clean, but I felt that it is a Fallout game. There should be a little debris in the corners and under the shelves where maybe somebody doesn't want. Oh yeah, I came up with this Aquapura decal for the crates. I actually wanted to do the crates, retexture the crates with different logos on them, like Nuka-Cola, Aquapura, and a couple other ones I had in mind. But the way that the UV wrap on the meshes, you can't do a texture on them because the way that it wraps, it ends up being upside down and backwards on one side of it. It pissed me off. So I really still wanted an Aquapura crate, so I have this one here. It's just a projected decal like we were doing earlier in the cave with the moss and the grime. That's what that is. And it's probably the only place I'm ever going to use it because it's a decal. I don't think I did anything. Oh, I did. I added the radio system I got working. Of course, I can't do anything with this character because we haven't been outside. We don't have Diamond City and the Pip-Boy or the classical music station. But I have the radio stations working, the entertainment system. You'll be able to select Diamond City Radio, Classical Music Radio, the Institute station, or Radio Freedom if you've done the quests to activate that and you have the castle set up. And all it is I have radios up above the ceiling that, depending on which one of these you select, it just enables and disables the radios in each room. That's it. It's relatively simple. Smart, easier than having to make sure you face every damn crate you place. Plus the decal light any crate. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that I had really wanted to do like I was a Hat Kids 26. Thank you for that follow. Welcome. I was thinking of doing. I still want to do some Poseidon Energy stuff. And I was actually thinking of doing some Repcon Industries, and I wanted to do some ArcJet stuff. Like, I thought some ArcJet crates would fit really well with this. So I made the Nuka-Cola texture on the crate, and then I went to test it on the actual mesh in Nifscope. It was displayed perfectly on one side, but on the top, it was upside down and backwards. So there you go. So yeah, did the decal, but I can only put it on one side. I could probably put it on the rear end, but I'm afraid it's going to project on something else. So we'll see. But yeah, the radio system now works. I've got that done. And let's see what else we got here. So this is the react. Whoops, I'm stuck. What about West Tech or Watts? Yeah, actually, I have West Tech, and I have Med Tech boxes. I have H&H tool boxes, and I have somewhere I have Med Tech boxes. Yeah, I have a list of textures I'm going to actually do for the boxes and things like that, because I want to add some of that stuff to Commonwealth Underworld when I get back working on that. So, and I have the house boxes, the H&H tools, but yeah, I definitely thought, I didn't think about Watts, but I definitely have West Tech on the list. So this is the reactor room, because it says reactor, and this is just for show. This isn't actually going to do anything. I'm not going to have it where, oh, you have to restore the power. I want a player home. I don't want to get into that. The cave was enough. The cave cell is enough. I want this thing done before the end of the year, so you're getting just a static. It's for display purposes only. And the way that the cell is designed, I had the space there, and the actual New Vegas mod has a little reactor room in there. So well, that's why that's what that's for. The reactor room, not because it's a reactor, because that's what the science says. Well, damn right. Why would it be how could it be a reactor room if they didn't say reactor? It's like I can't my checking account can't possibly be overdrawn. I still have checks in my checkbook. What are you talking about, bank? So this must be the lab because it says lab, and this is where the science happens. And there's a light switch there. Yeah, I put the music system for this over here. So there's a radio system there. And there's another one. Where did I put it? Back over here. So you got the science room, also known as the lab. I don't think I had anything new in here since the last time. Other than I did add some decals and debris and clutter. So you have 3 power armor stations. And you've got the fusion core charger. Oh yeah, I put these static speakers in here just to give the illusion that there was some place for the music to actually come out of. Because right now the radios are literally above the ceiling. I can show you in the cell. They're literally above the ceiling. And we have our happy little... Yeah, the little racks there. Those are your contraptions, DLC weapons racks. You'll be able to put those there. Then you have heavy weapons displays over here. Of course, they're not on the ground. I turn them on their side because I can. And they're actually a little bit more efficient that way too. Weapon storage. The gun cabinet and the armor and clothing lockers are all linked to each other. So if you put... I don't have any weapons on me. Actually, if I... My bat file that has... So if I put a weapon in here, you get clutter that shows up. It doesn't show what you have in the cell because that would be way too much work that I want to get into. So the clutter activates when it detects you have a weapon in there. Now if you put a piece of armor in there, the script knows it's not a weapon, and it won't get it. The same thing like some of the other, like if I put in the chem and aid storage, if I were to put some ammo in there, it's not gonna display anything. If I put a chem, do I have chems in here? Yeah, if I put some Radex in there, oh, there's a chem in here. So, but since I put that weapon in that gun cabinet, if we go back into in here, there's another one here, and it has the same clutter. Shows up. You take that out, it disappears. And that should... Yep, that disappears as well. So, the storage cabinets are all linked because I don't like running back and forth from one room to the other. And there's another clothing and armor locker in the workroom that we were just in, and in the sleeping area. Those are all linked because I can't stand running around. Oh, I gotta go over here for the clothes. I have to go here for the armor. They're all linked. Everything just works. And yes, I do have a MedTech box over here. So I do have MedTech boxes. And I'm probably going to do crates and whatnot with those. I need to get my H&H tool sign in here. I did a nice H&H tool sign for the last player home mod that I did, and I need to get that in here. I actually did that for Commonwealth Underworld. I need to get that in here. Oh, the other thing I did since the last time, I'm just going to unlock this. Unlock. I don't think you guys have seen the finished hallway yet. This hallway is now completely finished. Yeah, we're gonna hack the Gibson. Yeah, I just didn't feel like dealing with the terminal. This hallway is now finished, and the lights are off by default. But if you come over here to the circuit breaker, hit that, and they sequentially turn on. Yes, I am Leet Haxor. And they turn on. So this is all set. I have water dripping down. Little puddle there with drips in it. And yeah, so that's set. Now, when you go outside for the first time, there's a trigger outside the entrance, and you'll get a message saying that you can fast travel directly to the interior. So if you're not on survival mode, or if you are using a mod for survival mode that re-enables fast travel, you don't have to go through the load door. There'll be a bunker marker out here, and you fast travel to that, and it'll spawn you literally right here. Right about here is where the fast travel point is. So, which will demonstrate that. So, you guys watched my Fallout 4 stream over on Twitch on Friday night. We finished the Automatron DLC. You probably recognize this door. This is from the Mechanist Lair. And you need the key card reader to get through it. And you come through here. I believe I had just this... I didn't have this all completed the last time I did the stream. I think this has all been done since then. I added the steam and the pipes and the grates, whatnot. And this is where you will basically... This is the front door. This is the front door to the Commonwealth here, but you have to unlock it first. So we'll do things by the books. Event Horizon, yes. So the door should be unlocked now. Yes. So we'll head on outside. Oh, it's dark out. How about that? Vanilla nighttime. Look how bright it is. What time is it? 10:23 p.m. All right. So this is the Outcast. This is the entrance. Now the cave entrance that we were in earlier, that also has a map marker back over here. But this is the entrance is for the door. The Outcast, the bunker icon, actually brings you to the interior. So if you don't feel like going through the load door, you can just fast travel right to that. And kind of like home plate. You got that marker, it brings you right to the interior. Now, Walden Pond is right down there. Let's clear the weather. There's Walden Pond right there. Right down where those glowing lights are. We're on the edge of the bridge here. The dam. Okay, I don't have a weapon enabled. I was going to... Those, I guess call them the silos. Silos down there. That's Sunshine Tidings. Do we have anybody on the bridge down here? I don't think we do. Oh, we do. We do have somebody on the bridge down there. So, the turrets I mentioned earlier will spawn right on top of the bunker entrance right here. There's a set of four bubble turrets, one for each corner. So when you enable that upgrade, they'll be right here. And I was testing it out. I was taunting. I was shooting at the raiders that were on that random encounter spot down there, and drawing them all the way back here and let the turrets finish them off. It was awesome. But yeah, that's... Yes, they shoot bubbles. Exactly. They must shoot bubbles because they're called bubble turrets. Well, the intention isn't to actually kill the enemy, but make them laugh. Because why would you have a turret that shoots bubbles? That's silly. So while they're laughing and being perplexed, you can take them out. They're happy. They're happy turrets. But no, I wonder if they're laser turrets or not. Hang on a second. I have to go look now. I can't remember if they're... Which ones did I actually duplicate here? They're laser turrets. They are laser turrets. Actually, Big and Badger says exactly when they're distracted, you liquefy them with plasma. No. when they're distracted, you hit them with the 2-shot rolling pin. That's what you do. But no, they're going to be laser bubble turrets, one on each corner. So that's the outside. There'll be a little bit of light there to bring you home. If you're using a Darker Nights mod, this will be nice. You'll be able to see it from down in the bottom of the hill. You'll look up. There's your nice safe bunker at the top of the hill. Now let's show you guys the fast travel. You fast travel right to the inside. Oh, actually, I was going to go back and show you where the oh, we can do that. But yeah, there's the fast travel. It's pretty much right where I said it was. It's right outside the entrance. There's your sorting container. There is a sorting container as you come in from the cave. Not that you'll use it very much, but I thought there should be one there just for reasons. But you'll come in from a hard day out in the waste. You drop your stuff there. It gets sorted into your various containers. And yeah, I have a House Industries footlocker. And yeah, let's head back outside. You can fast travel from inside too, so if we want to just fast travel back to the outside, we can do that. Yes, the two-shot rolling pin. Bakes double the amount. It bakes double the sweet rolls. So that's that. I'm actually going to throw God mode on. I want to show you guys that haven't seen it before. And also just some context for where we were earlier. You see this little cave icon over here on the compass? Come over this way. We should get the map marker for the cave entrance. And there's actually some bloat flies right over there. Oh. We aggro the bloat flies, I think. Yeah, there's bloat flies right over there. There's usually 4 of them. Decker says I want a fast reloading walking cane. But yeah, this is it's very simple. I'm not going to add. I probably won't add anything else here. I just want it to be nondescript and simple. I may add some shrubs here just to hide it. But if you're using a foliage mod, that actually it's probably already going to be hidden enough. Now, I did notice that I was testing this out with one of the Boston Natural Surrounding mods. I can't remember which one. Maybe it was actually Boston Natural Surroundings. Both entrances, it does place trees right in front of them. Like I think there's a tree that goes right through this. So if you're using Boston Natural Surroundings or a mod that's derived from it, you'll have to either disable those trees or just remove that record of the tree from the mod in Xedit. That's the way I would recommend doing it. But you can just come up to it. They're not pre-combined. They're just loose, static hand-placed trees. You can just select them. You should be able to just disable them right in the game. But yeah, so that's going to be a thing. And we can just show you where we are, how close to Abernathy Farm we are. It's right up here. And since I'm in God mode, I have infinite sprinting. And there's those rad stakes that hang out. High tension wires. And here's Abernathy Farm right up here. So that's how close it is. I mean, I wanted something in this part of the map because I've never used a house or anything over here since I don't do settlements. But this is something that's this part of the map. I wanted something for my next playthrough on this part of the map. So this kind of fit the bill. I wanted a place to be able to put a cave and have a little bunker. And that, to be honest, that dam has a door on the other side of it. Granted, it's just, boarded up plywood like every other door in this game. But that random encounter spawn location there just kind of making it a player home kind of useless. I don't want to come out and have Raiders or Mr. Gutsies in my face every time. And it's too close to Sunshine Tidings. So it kind of negates the purpose of using it for me anyway. So that was kind of my logic behind placing it there. It's out of the way, but it's close enough to you know, it's close to Sanctuary. It's literally, I mean, you're probably a 5-minute run to Sanctuary, if that. It's not even that far. So let's quit out of the game and go back to the Seagate. I'm actually gonna have to quit here. Wow, I was gonna quit 45 minutes ago. So let's jump back into the kit here, and I'm gonna have to wrap things up here momentarily. Hang on a second. I have to quit this, and then we can put this back. There we go. There's one thing I was going to show you. Oh, let's go take a quick look at the house, and then I gotta quit. I'm gonna load up the player home cell here. Player home proper. You reload the Walking King by doing a brief dance number. Oh boy. Let's see, I gotta turn off the effects and turn off the light boxes. So I had mentioned the radios, the radio system. There they are. You've got Classic Radio, Institute Radio, Diamond City Radio, and Radio Freedom. They are all tied to markers. Each one has an enable marker that's linked to all the radios. You have to do the captain's dance. Yeah, Deckard's got it. You have to do the captain's dance from Far Harbor. The radios are all the radios in the cell are just tied to these enabled markers, so depending on which option you choose the script, it'll enable or disable them. It's super simple. It's so easy, even a child could do it. But that was something I wanted. I hadn't done that in the last few player homes, and I kind of like it. It's a nice little feature. Not that I listen to Radio Freedom that much, but I did end up replacing Institute, the classic radio station, with all the music from Mojave Radio in New Vegas. So now when I'm listening to Institute Radio in my games, I hear the New Vegas music. So that might be fun for this. I thought that would... and plus, it's a nice feature. Some people like to listen to the other stations, and now you can. But yeah, I'm going to have to wrap things up here, kids. I got to get up in the morning. I'm way later than I had planned on streaming. Let me actually switch over to the outro stream thingy here. That should be on, right? We got music. We got... Yeah, it's working. It just works. But yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. This was a blast. I had a lot of fun, and thanks to everybody for showing up. Thanks for the all the new subs, and all the new subs. Yeah, the new subs, the new followers, and just coming and hanging out on a Tuesday night, watching me play Creation Kit. This is a lot more people showing up than I had anticipated. I figured, maybe I'll get 10 or 15, but there's like 22 of you guys here right now. That's awesome. But next stream will probably be... I'm not sure if I'm going to stream Thursday night. I am off from work on Friday. I took Friday off. And one of the things I want to do is try and get some damn work done on the mod. If I stream Thursday, it will be here on Twitch. It'll either be Fallout 3 or New Vegas. If I don't stream, it means I'm working on the mod. I'm probably just going to keep working on the mod Thursday. We'll see. Friday night, I will be over on YouTube, streaming more of Fallout 4 with my Low Luck character. We're looking at wrapping that playthrough up in the next two or three streams. I'd like to do it in 2. So I may actually start that stream early on Friday. We'll see. But that's probably going to be the next time I stream. Is Friday on YouTube, if not Thursday here on Twitch. And I just want to catch up on chat before I head out. Big and Badger said, it's cool to see how this stuff gets built. Yeah, earlier Daniel had left a message on YouTube saying he wants to see how the magic happens. And I said something to the extent of, like, it's more like seeing how the sausage is made. Because some of it's just not pretty or exciting. But the fact that all you guys show up to watch me do this goofy shit, that's awesome. I really appreciate it. And makes me want to do more of this stuff and have more of these streams. Reapa says, thanks for the stream. Have a good rest on your rest. Well, you too, Reapa. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy the rest of your week off from work. Thanks for joining us. And thanks to everybody for joining us. You guys have a great rest of your evening or morning, wherever you are tuning from. Delicious Cornbread says, I work 7 days straight starting Thursday, so won't catch you until next week. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, the vids will be up. I just put, shortly before the stream, part 3 of the Orville playthrough. I put that up on the YouTube. So if you haven't caught any of the Twitch streams for that, you don't want, if you don't mind spoilers for the Orville mod, that is up. But yeah, you guys have a great night. Thanks again for everybody for coming and hanging out. And we will see you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Take it easy.